This episode of Zero Idea is brought to you by West Wilkes Mortgage and Calvert Brewing. You can find Zero Idea on all podcast outlets. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube page and that like button if you enjoy the vid. You can also follow us on Instagram. We hope you're staying safe and enjoy the show, guys.
I can recall only this one time, this kind of control a girl had on my mind. I'm falling deep, I can't get out. I've never acted this way before. I've spent days and nights in my bedroom trying to write the perfection to sing.
What's up, guys? It's episode 11, and we are here, and I'm mad about it because this shit sucks, and the virus needs to go away. Brent needs to go away. Jake needs to go away. Everyone needs to go away and party and have a good time because I need to get out of this basement. But anyways,
me too.
This shit sucks. Let's just get into it. This week, what did everyone do? Let's start with Jake.
Oh man, I got a quick story for you. I wasn't going to tell it, but I will tell it. What did I do? Well, I've been working from home this week. This is a Golden Beach story. Wes is going to call in later. He should hear this. I've been defending these people for my life now, and I had a run-in with somebody. It was very disturbing. So I'm just going to start with this story. Me and Matt, I'll protect his name. Me and somebody were working out in his yard, and then we decided to go for a bike ride. If I get shot at because of this, you'll know what happened. But decided to go for a bike ride. We're biking around the neighborhood, and this car passes us and almost hits this other person that was with me. And then there was another little kid on a bike riding up ahead. The car speeds past them, almost hits them turning, and then sped into their house. Well, the other person I was riding with decided to go say something to this person and say, hey, what are you doing driving around the neighborhood like a freaking maniac? You want to slow down? You almost killed me and this other kid. Well,
Yeah?
I was behind because I'm not the greatest bike rider in the world. I was like 200 yards behind. When I pull up, this little firecracker of a chick about 5'6" pops up out of that car, screaming at the top of her lungs at the other person I was riding with, and then looks at me and goes, what are you going to do? And I went, what's going on? And then she comes up, she runs at me and starts throwing haymakers, dude.
Stop.
Haymakers.
Stop. No
I had
way.
to grab her arm and I was like, you gotta stop. This is outrageous. But she was a little girl, so it didn't hurt or nothing. She never actually hit me in the face. I was like ducking and diving and dodging and weaving and bobbing. Dude, she might have been 20, 21.
Oh my gosh.
And then she goes and tries to fight the other person I was with, who had his bike in between him and her, like keeping her back. And then I think I said something. I was running my mouth a little bit at that point because it was ridiculous getting attacked.
One of the
she come back
dwellers,
at me again and
One of the
started fighting with
dwellers,
me
huh?
again. And I was holding her back like this, and she did sneak in a foot right to my nuts. She kicked me right in the balls, dude. And it luckily didn't. She actually got like 2 in there, and it kind of hurt, but it didn't feel that bad. And then eventually we were like, I guess we're getting run off by this girl. She's too crazy to talk to at that point, and we left. But I got at least three different just haymakers thrown at 3 different sessions where she ran after me. They tried to attack me. I even picked up her hat and gave it back to her at one point, and as she snatched it, she started trying to touch me again.
You fucking gentleman.
I wasn't even mad though. It was so weird. I actually wasn't even mad. I was like, what is going on? This lady is seriously, this girl has obvious problems. She's upset at the world. Everything's going bad for her probably. She had her work outfit on. I'm not going to say where she worked. And then
Where did she work?
She was a phlebotomist or some shitty job.
It wasn't a good job, but it wasn't a phlebotomist.
Was she wearing like scrubs?
No. No.
You know
That's
you
not
can't
a crappy job, Brent.
You're definitely not coming over for 2 weeks now.
Listen, the reason I'm not saying nothing is because when we were done our bike ride and sitting where we were sitting, I saw the car that almost killed us with the girl in it, and a dude driving around the neighborhood like I guess they were looking for me. and the person I was with
God.
looking for us to fight us or kill us or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
All you gotta do is tell them that you. All you gotta do is tell them that you live on the water and to get in their own tax bracket.
No, I was getting mad at the girl, and I was like, you know what? I'm considering hitting her, but I didn't. And then,
Well, good on you.
as it kind of progressed, I started feeling worse and worse about what was going on because she was clearly disturbed. I mean, who thinks they can just come out into the road and start swinging at people? You know, what is the world coming to?
Was she driving a Pontiac Fiero?
No, it was a nice car, actually. Nice car. Fast friggin' sport. I'm not going to say any of it. But
what president did she live on?
What do you think about that,
What
Mike?
president
What's the world coming
street
to?
did she live on?
It was a President Street. It was a President Street. I couldn't believe it.
She's straight trash.
Bro, but you don't know
Man.
what she was going through beforehand. Like, who knows? For her to go off like that.
I know. Dude, off the hinges over getting told she was driving like a clown, which she was. She did almost hurt a few people. So,
And then that person you were with probably sounded really smart and probably said something to her like that pissed her off, but like in a really smart way.
probably that's probably exactly what happened. And then this person did not take that well and flew out of the car.
Well, that person should have took his or her shirt off and showed those nipples.
Oh God, those nipples.
Well, that's pretty good.
What is the world
story.
coming to when you, I mean, so what are you supposed to do in that situation? If someone does something crazy to you, like you're walking with your family and a car whizzes by you for no reason in a neighborhood, are you allowed to still say like, hey, buddy, you know, take it easy around the neighborhood, or do you just have to let it go? So that's what happened, and then that person freaked out. So what are you supposed to do? Let the world go to hell? Or let the world go to hell?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's vigilante justice, man. If they're driving like assholes in a family neighborhood, you let them know they're driving like assholes.
yeah. I don't know what you do, man.
I agree with that
to be honest.
100%.
I don't know what you do. I mean, I know who went after them, and I can understand why. That's fine. I mean, I don't know because I just had a kid, so like if he's out there, yeah, then I might have to like chase him down a little bit and give him a little piece of,
Dude, surprisingly, when you have a kid, nothing makes you angrier than when a car speeds by.
I bet.
It's like, what, are you blind? But then you remember yourself that you probably used to do it too. You didn't think anything of it. You just fly by people. But when I'm walking now, and a kid is different. In this situation, there was no kids, it was just us. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know how it should have been handled differently, but I was thinking about saying something too. But I would have probably said, hey, you know, you don't have to drive like that. I don't know exactly what this other person said, but it didn't go over well. It was funny.
I would kill to hear what he said. Or she said, whoever.
Oh, God. Last time I got swung at?
I was happy with my defense, man. I was like, blocking. But I didn't protect the old nads. They got struck once or twice.
Oh, my God.
High school, I think. High school was the last time I got in like a fight.
Yeah,
so,
man, I haven't gotten in a long time. I was talking, so I guess I was
kind of in the mood to fight somebody.
Well, I thought I was going to have to fight whoever that dude was driving around that car.
Oh, my God.
Didn't happen. But
that's like a worse feeling because you know, like if you win, even if you do win, there might be repercussions, and you also might be hurt, like your hand or something stupid.
I only care about jail. I don't want to go there. I don't want court. I don't need any of that stuff. So it's like I'm not going to do anything, you know, unless someone really tries to hurt me or my family. Then we'll have problems. But if it's a girl just swinging at me, I'm just going to block her and let her go away.
There's no point in going after that. For sure.
You remember where she lives?
I know exactly where she lives. I was in her driveway geting swung at. Actually, I was on the road.
I've got like a dozen empty liquor bottles. We can make a bunch of Molotov cocktails and burn that motherfucker down.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to get that message.
They'll get something when they're sleeping on the ground.
Oh, boy.
What'd you do this week, Brent?
I don't care. The girl,
cool
when I
stories?
left, I felt like, you know what? This girl doesn't know how to handle herself. She doesn't know how to handle problems. She doesn't know how to handle
her mother's probably a drug addict too. It's fine.
Exactly. Who knows, man? So I started feeling bad. But if you're an adult, you can drive like that, and you can come out and start swinging at people and calling them all whatever she was saying. You know, you can deal with a little bit of repercussions. She's lucky nothing happened, to be quite honest. She's lucky it was us.
She probably
if it was any other two dudes, we probably would have hit her.
She probably had to hurry up and get to the cornhole complex.
Oh man,
it was shut down.
And then today we took a little boat ride after work, and then me and a couple of buddies from school did what we're doing now, a little Skype happy hour, we called it. I mean, it was fun. It was like 4 of us sitting there just catching up. I hadn't talked in a while, and then they were actually talking about the show a little bit. They like the show. They all want to come on and tell sea stories that are really funny. They are funny, and that was it. And my one buddy, I told him the story about the chick trying to fight me, and she said if there's 4 Millers in a room, there's a 100% chance of a fight. 3, 75, 50, 25. So if you have all 4, it's guaranteed. Wherever you go, you're getting an altercation. And I was actually like, you know what? He's been saying that for about 15 years now, and unfortunately, I think he's right. I can dig it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once we figure out this whole thing, we can definitely do that. It'll be cool, but good God, this has been a nightmare. But anyways, Brent, anything this week? Cool, funny? Anything that's gonna top that? Anyways,
let's see. I worked from home all week, which was fantastic. Didn't have to put on a shirt at all, really, which was great because shirts are restrictive and the devil. Other than taking Ozil to the park a couple times just to get fresh air and get the fuck out of the apartment here and there, I didn't really do much, man. Just kind of trying to follow the Governor Hogan's suggestions. Jake, remember suggestions, and stay the fuck inside. And he's letting us make our own decisions, which I appreciate. And that's about it. Just
flatten that curve, buddy. Appreciate
watching a whole lot of YouTube, like a ridiculous amount of YouTube. But that's it. I mean, even the booze.
I was looking for your hat.
Light on the booze.
I'm looking for your hat online, and because I was going to show a picture of it.
This one, this guy's hat right here.
Sweet ass make country music great again hat.
That's pretty good, dude.
What are you doing to be productive, Brent? Besides watch YouTube, are you learning anything?
This is the time.
I mean, I'm doing some online classes that pertain to work that will help me in the future. But other than that, no, dude, I'm not doing anything productive. I mean, every hour on the hour, I get off my fat ass and do 10 push-ups and 10 air squats, and then get back to sitting on my ass again.
Hey, that's better than not doing that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to get sedentary and get fatter than I already am. My shirts are already tight enough. I don't need it. I don't need that anymore in my life.
That's true.
What'd you do, Mikey?
Also, the only live sporting event for the past 2 weeks has been pro wrestling, and it's been really good. You guys are missing out.
I don't miss sports at all.
Yeah,
You lie like a rug.
No, it's been good, dude. You don't have to worry about nothing.
I don't miss it. I don't really miss it. I miss playing. I don't really miss watching.
I missed opening day was supposed to be today. I mean, I would have liked to see the Orioles play today, but other than that, I'm okay. Excuse me.
What'd you do, Mikey?
Nothing cool, man. I just literally worked. It's weird. We're supposed to be at home, and everyone's like, "Dude, take this time to learn this and that." I'm learning my job even more. So I've just been doing that and the baby, and that's it, dude. Playing some Call of Duty and late at night. Yeah. And Jake, you're right. When you get when the baby comes, it's literally you have to stay up super late to get any kind of me time in. That's what I've been getting. That's
why. But I get my time in around 10 o'clock to about midnight every night, where I just do whatever I want. Read,
oh yeah, I'm up to 2:30.
Watch TV, do anything. If you're gonna play PlayStation, that's your time. But the rest of the time, good luck.
Yeah, no.
If I open a book at 7 p.m., I'm going to sleep. What are you doing reading at 10 p.m.?
I did it last night, man. I read not last night, 2 nights ago.
What are you?
I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book called Black Privilege. Written by, if there's any black people listening, it's a black book, and it's actually pretty good. I liked it. It's written by
Charlemagne. Didn't you tell me that? Charlemagne, yeah.
Charlemagne the God or something. I never heard of this guy, but he's actually a pretty entertaining writer. And
he's on the radio.
It's a very motivational book. It's about don't matter where you came from, don't matter what color you are, don't matter anything. If you work hard and you want to do something, you can do it. And I like that. It's a good message.
What's it called?
It's definitely Black Privilege. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm reading a Black Privilege book, yeah. I like it.
Brett, he's taking steps, man. Let him go.
I read all kinds of books. I don't read just what you think I read. I'm outside the box.
I mean, I thought you were only read Mein Kampf every other week.
I'm not. I hate Karl Marx. I hate Adolf Hitler, and I hate all those scumbags.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
and so you're enjoying it, huh?
Yeah.
What?
It's a good.
It's just the most random thing. It's just funny. Jacob, of all people, read a book called Black Privilege.
Dude, I don't know. The library nowadays, it kind of sucks. Most of the books in there, not to sound ridiculous, I've already read them. They're not that good. They don't have any good books in there anymore. They're not getting, like, all the old classics. They don't have anymore. So
Dr. Seuss not doing it for you anymore, Jake?
They don't have any of that stuff. They have no good books in there anymore except brand new stuff.
No Dean
and
Koontz.
I don't really. I'm not reading Dean Koontz. Koontz. I don't know. Mike, how's it sounding over there? Is this good audio or what, man?
I don't know, probably. But other than that, working from home, it's a weird experience. Like while you're working, like I'll put the TV on, like on the side, and like The Price is Right will come on, and I'll be kind of pumped about it. And I'm just working, and those people, I feel like something's got to be wrong with you.
I know what's wrong with Price is Right.
Huh?
What's wrong with The Price is Right?
Well, besides the fact that they close the doors and pump nitrous oxide in there, they have to. Something's wrong with those people. Nobody's that happy about this stupid game. Every single person is cheering and high on something.
And they're acting. No, they tell them to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what happens because I know a few people that went on there, including a buddy from Kings Point who won the Showcase Showdown.
I know what happens. Want me to guess?
They will kick you out if you're not smiling and cheering and laughing the whole time. They have to keep that up the whole time.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But I think they just pump full of drugs. Just like that game, Most Extreme Challenge, that Japanese game where those guys...
Oh, I love that. Suki-san!
Yeah, but the two, they would do English over it, you know?
Yeah.
Just watch the show. Those people had to be on drugs, right? They're out in some Japanese slave camp doing outrageous stuff, and every time they pop up and they're like, yay! Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, what are they doing?
The field reporter's name was Guy Ledouche.
Yeah, Guy Ledouche. Yeah. They used to come on Spike Network or TNT at like at 10 o'clock at night.
Super. Yep. I loved it.
Do you think Bob Barker used to bang like any of those chicks?
Oh, he definitely fingered them.
Yeah, if he was still alive, he'd get Harvey Weinstein probably.
He
was cool.
Oh yeah, Bob Barker would definitely get me too. He was reminding them to spay and neuter their pets, if you know what I mean.
What about Drew Carey? Because he definitely slimmed up when he went on there and was looking a lot better.
I feel like Drew Carey's got ED.
I think he's one of the
definitely,
most
dude.
Honest. I think he's one of the most honest dudes out there in Hollywood.
He's a nice guy.
Wasn't he in the Air Force or the Marines or something?
He was
something
military,
like that.
I believe.
Also in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Drew
here
Carey?
he is.
Yes.
Drew Carey.
For what?
He participated in the 2001 Royal Rumble.
He was in the U.S. Marine Corps.
Reserves or the real deal?
Looks like the real. Oh my god. The real deal.
It's all good.
Jake, I believe. But anyways, yeah, my mom's been helping out a lot, which has been a huge help, and I can't thank her enough.
Diane is still there.
What's that? Yeah, dude, she's not leaving right now.
Holy shit!
She's not going nowhere, bro.
That is unbelievable.
What?
Having a grandparent there to help.
Yeah.
I will say when we had Mia, you know my mom's situation.
Yeah.
She couldn't come to the hospital or anything because she was so sick she couldn't do anything, and that sucked. And then we were on our own. You know, Heather's mom came around a little bit, of course, and helped out. But yeah, if you have someone there to help, man, it's a blessing. I know you're probably getting annoyed by now, but
Nah, not at all.
Yeah. Take what you can get, and plus it's really good bonding time for her and our grandkid, especially since she doesn't live around there, right?
Exactly. Like it's like how I am with my niece and nephews. I don't see them a lot, so like any kind of bonding.
But somehow they all look just like Mike.
A little bit. But yeah, no, I understand.
little?
It's just weird because like Chet and Jackie are doing the whole how my parents usually do it. They have to like FaceTime in to see the grandkids, which is crazy. Just how this whole like last 2 weeks have been. Breastfeeding's pretty crazy.
Titties.
It's weird. I see Amanda's boobs a lot more now, which is weird. Yeah, you'll just walk in and you're like, oh, hey. It's like just not used to it. I usually make it a point to like keep more to the imagination. That's how I live my life. I don't like walk around like nude or try to see her when she's changing. Maybe once in a while, but keeps it fun, man.
Keeps it fun.
You don't. I don't like. Yeah, she's changing stuff. I kind of keep away, but I'll take a little peek. Makes fun.
The titties, man. I mean, they're always fun.
I know. I'm talking about like before the baby, like when just changing in general around each other. I would keep it. You know. I don't know what I'm saying. It's fun.
That's funny. I like it.
Keeps more of the imagination, Brent. Come on. You don't want to get used to that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'll walk in.
I can understand not watching porn, but if my significant other is changing in front of me, I'm going to get handsy with it. It's what happens.
Well, I mean, I did like probably 8 years ago, but you know, you gotta take little steps to keep it, you know.
So you purposely walk out of the room.
Yeah.
In an effort to prolong your like.
No, I just don't ever. I like to keep more to the imagination because it's fun. So when you do finally get intimate and stuff like that, it's a lot more fun, man. You're like, yes.
You described yourself this week on the text, the overthinker of all overthinkers.
Yes.
I like it. It's good.
It's very dumb. It's very dumb things. But anyways, yeah, I'll walk in and that boy, he's going to town, boy. It's awesome. And I'm starting to think, I was like, is that where we get our love for the TTs? Is that where that comes from?
Little girls go to town too, man, and they don't grow up like that. So.
That's true.
That's a good question. Why do we think titties are? Why do we like titties so much?
That's what I'm saying. When you're little, you're like all about them. It's kind of like you grow up.
No, because titties kick ass.
They do.
I like tits.
You know what else is crazy? I was thinking about it when after his little umbilical cord thing fell off. I was like, well, there goes like the belly button's role. Like he's done. Like he literally kept him alive for so long, and then we just don't even think about the belly button anymore. That thing was like all we had to keep us alive.
It was man. It was everything.
Your life source, man. It was crazy. Like,
did anyone tell you about that? That's one of the things no one tells you about.
What?
I forgot to tell you. Oh, by the way, he's going to have this little stub on his belly button that's going to fall off after like a week or whatever.
No, I knew that. You know? But I got to cut it and everything. It was fun. Dude, did you cut it?
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't weird. It was way tougher than you thought.
All of a sudden, someone handed me some like scissors or something. They're like, "You're going to cut it?" I'm like, "Am I going to what?"
Cut it.
You want me to do everything for you guys?
Oh, God.
Nah, dude, it was awesome.
Am I a doctor?
You cut that son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It just, again, the pre-birthing plan or whatever, all that stuff, it's all out the window. Like the stuff that actually happens, they don't tell you about.
You're right.
All of a sudden, they're like handing you stuff. You want to cut it? And you're like, do I want to do what now? And they're like, do you want to cut the umbilical cord? You're like, I guess I got to say yeah. Right?
And Jake, we
say no.
We told them that we wanted to wait like 5 minutes or whatever before we cut it. You know, because you're supposed to let it keep going for like I don't know, till like 5 minutes or something. And so they made us cut it like right away. Like we had it in the plan and everything. And like you're saying, like it kind of all just goes out the window when it happens.
Dude, they don't care what you say beforehand. They're gonna ask you the weird questions.
The same things
right away. They know you're vulnerable, and they're just gonna get it done because they're ready to go home. You know.
It's funny because he'll eat so much breast milk or drink whatever, and he'll go lay down and he's like in this super food coma, dude. He looks so comfortable, and then he gets pissed because I'll laugh at him. He could actually get pissed and he'll throw up. He throws it all up and then he's hungry again. It's so stupid.
Well, puke and rally.
Yep.
Hey, you know, women's bodies are so crazy because they produce milk. It changes every time based on the last time they kissed their kid. There's stuff that happens between the baby and the mother when they kiss or hug or whatever where the mother's body senses what the baby needs, and it'll produce those antibodies. It'll produce that whatever.
That's
and
crazy.
That's why breastfeeding is so unbelievably
Vital.
Oh man, it's such a good thing. Back in the 70s and 80s, when there was a big push, maybe even before that, to like kind of get away from it and go to formula feeding.
That's crazy.
Most of those people weren't as healthy, you know, just because they missed out big time on, because you get all of your mother's immunity that she has built up over years of all these diseases, gets passed right through the breast milk. All the antibodies, everything gets passed right through the breast milk to the baby.
That's
and
amazing.
It's awesome.
All right, I'm going to switch it up now. Breasts, that's been fun. We'll come back. We'll be back, guys. Moving on. Should you accept a social media friend request from your boss?
No. Your boss shouldn't ask you.
Brett's thinking over there, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I already know this. I can't
He's already friends with his boss.
Well, it's weird because I kind of have like two bosses, like in a weird way. Like, yes, like I work, like my POC, my one of my bosses is somebody that I've known for a very, very long time. And then I also have a boss who is my supervisor for the contractor that I work for. And if he sent me a friend request, that'd be a big fat no. Zippy chance.
Your boss is the guy that checks your timesheet. All right, that's the guy you need to be worried about.
Yeah, well, he's not my social media friend, and because he's a really, and the thing is, he's a really cool dude, and like I would be his friend outside of work if I didn't know him. Like if I met this guy through somebody else, I'm like, man, that guy kicks ass. But since he is my boss, zippy chance that he's going to follow me on any kind of social media ever.
The people, okay, so I guess you could say I am a boss. I have people that work for me. I don't friend them on purpose because I don't want them to. I don't want to put them through that.
Right.
There's one that I knew before that we were already friends with, and that's fine. But everyone else, I'll friend them afterwards. You know, if I leave or whatever, or if they leave. But while we're working together, we don't, you know, you need a level of privacy, I believe, at home and everything like that. You can be best of friends. It doesn't matter. You don't, if you're friends, that's different. But if you just work together and you're friendly, there's no reason to be social media friends too. You got to keep something separate in life.
100% agree.
It all just overruns. Your life and work are just one big thing, and there's no real separation. I don't like that.
I mean, I give Miller a ton of credit because he works with his wife every day, all day.
Yeah.
There's no separation.
There isn't. But I don't know. It's weird. We balance each other pretty well. I
give you kudos because y'all have made it work for a very long time. So
yeah,
doing something right.
I don't know. She is, or maybe she's not. I don't know. Maybe
hey, you got a baby. Something's going on. At least once a year, right?
He's so cool, dude. Freaking love him.
Are you gonna do shout outs?
Yeah, I was getting into him. I like to just, you know.
Yeah.
All right, what you doing, man?
Start that music, motherfucker.
All right, I'll do them then. Wes and Ryan are still in the lead with a 10 streak. Joe Lockman, Jamie Emery with a 9. Ben Kiskell with 8. Chris Tondevold, Reggie Durang, Buck, Robert Quaid. I should have said Robert Buck
Bobby.
Quaid.
Oh, Bobby Q.
Yes, sir. Lori Birch, James Palmer,
My mama.
Billy Figueredo with the Backline Podcast. We got Steve.
Hold on, did you say
Finch.
James Palmer? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting scratchy here, but he left us a really nice Facebook message. Maybe it was on YouTube, I forget. But he shared it. It was awesome, and he wrote about Katie, and then Katie responded. I don't know if you saw that, Mike. That was good.
I didn't. I saw her post on our YouTube page, comment, which was awesome, and we appreciate all the feedback. Billy Wilkins is the last one. I probably missed a few. But
Billy, we went to school with the Wilkins, and Billy's older brother, Henry, was one of those dudes that I love Henry now. He's a great guy. But there's always one kid that you might fight at recess. Oh. Henry was that dude. We used to fight all the time. I don't know why. Did you guys have kids you used to fight when you were little?
Yeah. One of them was my boss.
Yeah, I heard about that story. You and Tim getting a fight after the bus dropped you off or something. That's funny.
Dude, we've gotten to probably like 4 of them over the years.
Who won those fights?
The whole fucking show right here, baby.
Oh, I don't know if
Every
Tim would agree
single
with that.
one.
I don't think
He'll
he
let
would.
you know, baby. Oh, he'll let you
I'm
know.
asking. I'm going to ask him. He's going to do this. I'm going now. Oh, I was going to give another secret shout out. Not secret shout out, but Nick Zirkin hit me up.
Secret shout out.
Nick Zirkin, who is one of the world's greatest people.
What
Illuminati
website was
confirmed.
that he wanted us to
Don't
look
know
at?
him. You're missing out. A lot of people think they know him, but
Nah, Z's a cool dude, man.
well, I sent you that link, and it was. Let me. Oh boy, can you still see me or not? Can you hear me?
No, just me and Brent hanging
I can
out.
hear you.
All right, hold on. He sent me the link, and we need to go through it and pick the games.
So Jacob's doing a terrible job at this. They
you set it
sent
up.
me. Yeah, they sent out a bracket, like a March Madness bracket, but they called it March Sadness, where they pitted the video games over the last, I would probably say, 30 to 35 years against each other. And you picked what you thought was the most popular for the masses, not for you, but for the masses. And you filled it out just like a NCAA tournament bracket, and you submitted it.
Really? I didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
I thought you picked the game you liked the best. Why would you pick one?
The point is to pick the more popular for the masses.
What? The masses are you. If you pick, the votes. You're guessing what other people like.
I think the votes. I think the votes toward the game that you like will count as like points, like for the team. So they'll win and move to the next bracket.
Yeah.
Mike, do you got it? You want me to pull it
Yes,
up?
exactly. And I'm actually kind of irritated at Jacob right now. He's drinking a 12-ounce can.
I had listen.
Oh, what the?
There's a massive pandemic going on. When you see beer, you buy it. All right. I got a 20. I have a 30. Oh, I had a 30 pack of this.
Oh, so
I had a 24 pack of 10s downstairs. Don't you worry. But I had to get what I could get.
Okay.
You know.
Just throwing it out there.
So
And I
I'm
am
going to pick the
enjoy-
video game that I like the best. I don't care about the masses.
I filled mine out for me personally too after the fact, and then Zirkin and Luke Adams and Ryan Escalopio were all like, "Oh, pick it for what you think everybody else would like." And I'm like, "Fuck that! I did it for me."
The point of a survey is to get what the person filling out the survey thinks, right? Like personally. I didn't read it, so maybe I'm way off. Sorry, Zerk, if I'm just blowing this. But we're going to go by the games, and I'm going to pick what I think is the better game.
yes, but you haven't played them all. So how would you know?
If I haven't played them all, then I don't vote for them, obviously. You got it now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can
Oh,
take over so I can get
sick.
back to video.
Okay. Let me change it over here. All right, so we got Halo, like you said, versus Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt was revolutionary, and people still don't know how it works. I do, but I'm not gonna
Duck
tell
Hunt?
you.
Yeah, I know how it works too.
I know how it works too, dude. It's really not that impressive.
Shut up.
It is impressive.
I'm going Duck
For a
Hunt.
kid,
Okay, so we got Super Mario 64 versus Gran Turismo.
I went
They both
Turismo.
I'd go Super Mario 64. It changed the game with like the 3D realm kind of thing.
it changed the game. You could go in a circle.
Yeah, you can free roam. Yeah.
It was amazing. It like blew my mind when
I
I,
know,
saw
you
my.
could like go in a circle, and I was like, okay.
And you know what?
Can you go anywhere? And they're like, you can go anywhere.
And I never had it. I only saw it at friends' houses. I never had it.
I never had it either.
Yep, I was always amazed by it. Next, we got Tetris and Dr. Mario. Tetris, shut up. We got
Tetris.
NBA Live and Super Punch Out. Super Punch Out.
Wait.
Wait, what
Live.
now?
NBA Live or Super Punch Out.
Oh, NBA Live all day.
Dude, I played a lot.
Is
I played a
Super
lot of
Punch
NBA
Out
Live.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No, that's in the bracket later.
Oh, NBA Live. NBA Live.
Well, then what is Super Punch Out?
I don't know.
It was the one after.
Okay, never played it.
Don't care.
NBA Live probably sounds terrible too, though.
Dude, no, NBA Live was so money. Are you kidding me?
NBA Live was great.
You can put in the cheat code and play as Bill Clinton.
And have big heads.
We didn't have basketball games. We had double dribble.
That's in there too.
And that was a good game. Quarterback.
That's better than NBA Live. I can just tell you right now.
All right, we have
Slip
Grand
on
Theft
sodas
Auto
and pull
and
people's
Final
pants
Fantasy. I'm 100% going Grand Theft Auto. But
What was it? Grand Theft Auto and what?
Final Fantasy.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto.
I mean,
Yeah, Grand Theft
people talk up those Final Fantasy games, like the early ones, and they look like the most pussy little.
I
won't get
wasted my
into it.
money one time at Blair's Video renting one, and I couldn't even figure out how to get past like the regular
I
first
hate
screen.
the dumb crap,
And
dude.
It's just more. It's more reading than anything.
I couldn't. I didn't. No. Terrible.
Yes, you're reading,
Fucking
and you're like, hey, do this, character, and he does it, and you're like, yay.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Grand Theft Auto,
Nerds.
20 times better.
We
Even
got
that's
Super
not even
Smash
that great.
Brothers, and we got Baseball Stars.
Baseball
Smash
Stars
Brothers all
is probably
day,
one of my top 3 games of all time. So I'm going Baseball Stars.
Wow.
It's a great game. And by the way, anybody listening, I'm unbeatable. I'll challenge you to that. Like Mike wants to challenge you in Call of Duty. You can't beat me. Japanese Robin's best in the game.
Dude,
If my cousin Thomas is listening, he's going to say he's got the Black Sox and all that. But trust me, I'll beat him.
we got TMNT, Turtles in Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we got Echo of the Dolphin. I'm sure you guys never played that.
I actually had Echo the Dolphin on PS1.
Never heard of it. Going with the Turtles.
Yeah, I gotta go Turtles, but I do
Gotta go
want
with the
to.
Turtles.
I'm going Turtles, but I gotta give props to Echo. That game was like super hard,
What the heck?
but it was very
What
fun.
was the game?
Dude, I never got past like the 3rd level.
Me neither.
Ever. It's like Battletoads, which I'm sure is on here. Battletoads could not get past the go-kart level, the little racer car level. Never. We got Red Dead Redemption and Doom PC, that early one. It was like
That was a silly game.
It was
fun. I'm going Doom because I never played Red Dead, and Doom changed the game, right?
yeah, but it came out so long ago. But I don't think so, bro. Red Dead Redemption for me, it was. It's not even.
Of course, it's a better game, but
I know.
think
This is
about
what
when
I said
Doom came
in the
out.
beginning.
You had Doom and like 2 other games.
But
Red Dead Redemption came out. You had Red Dead Redemption plus 6,000 other games. That
okay,
are
hold on.
good.
So this brings up the point of like movies getting remade. Just because it came out early and changed the game doesn't mean it's the better. I mean, came out early and changed the game doesn't make it a better movie.
yeah,
The better movies now are the ones that they remake and stuff. They're always better. So I'm going Red Dead Redemption 100%.
Brent, we can hear all your ice or whatever you're doing.
You're welcome.
Up next
right, so what's
we got Madden 04 and Ninja Gaiden. And Ninja
Oh,
Gaiden.
Hold on.
Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden wins.
Ninja Gaiden.
I said Gaiden.
It's Gaiden.
Definitely Gaiden.
We're looking that up. Hold up.
Ninja Gaiden. I'm a stud at Ninja Gaiden. Madden
I have that.
04.
I have
What was
that right now.
Two?
Bro.
Jacob, I'll give you $1, and I can't even pull it up right now. I'll give you $1 if you can tell me who's on the cover of Madden 04, because I remember for some reason.
I'm always
Mike Vick.
No, I think it's Eddie George.
Ooh, Eddie George. Madden 04. Yeah, probably. Who knows?
I'm always right. I'm always fucking right. It's crazy.
It was Gaiden.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
but
Japanese and it's pronounced Gaiden. To be more accurate, it's Gaiden. But when you say it fast, it sounds like Gaiden.
It's Gaiden.
I'm leaving it.
That's not
I'm leaving
getting
it.
bleeped on
But
this
I'm
one.
sure tons of people
Oh,
who
yeah, it
don't
is.
speak Japanese will say it's pronounced Gaiden because that's how everyone said it when they had NES. Let's go.
All right, so Ninja Gaiden versus
Madden 04.
It's Gaiden all day.
I mean, Madden's a better game. It was more fun.
Nah, dude, but Ninja Gaiden is just It's such a good game.
Yes,
You know,
but-
I'm
I
about
missed
to turn
04
on
though.
right now. I'm about to turn on right now.
But
You want to know the
Madden-
best football game of all time?
Tecmo Bowl.
Game Day '97 for PlayStation 1.
Dude, everything was cubes. Everything were all cubes.
Yeah, but it was real football. You could stiff arm people left and right.
It
No,
was
that
real
was-
football.
dude, there was this
It was
football.
the best game.
There was this football game for it was either Sega or something, but basically whenever you hike the ball, you had like 2 seconds and you couldn't see your receivers anymore because it was from the side, so you just had to chuck it. You just had to throw it.
There's a bunch of Japanese dudes trying to figure out a football game. They're like, we don't know, dude.
You couldn't see anything downfield. It was crazy. You just had to chuck it. And know what's funny is like we would always.
Bowl is. You can't see it, guys. You just see the little arrow going up and down on the screen.
Yeah, but
and it gets picked. And goes,
no, but you knew who was open because if they didn't pick the right play to sack you, all the wide receivers were open. It didn't matter.
I didn't throw the ball, dude. I hit Walter Payton and I run to the house every single time.
Man.
It's funny because
Dan Marino, throw the ball.
No, the best player on that game is by far Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, yep.
You can't pick the Raiders on that game.
It's like picking an odd job at GoldenEye.
That game was easier than what I'm talking about. I'll have to find it.
Baseball stars. You can't do it. Or Team A on double dribble. You just can't do it.
All right, I got two games I've never played: Overwatch and Golden Axe. I don't know.
I've heard of Overwatch because my cousin plays it, so I'll pick that.
I'm picking it too. I'm picking it too just because it's still the biggest. It's got the pro teams and whatnot. Metroid Prime, or Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Going Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
That annoys me though because the Metroid is such an underrated game. Like it's just a cool idea. It's a cool game.
I've tried to play Metroid and it's just a side-scrolling 8-bit, 32-bit, whatever. It's not that great.
Yeah.
I don't know that game, but I do know Mike Tyson.
I'd rather play Mega Man.
I can get to Mike Tyson. I can't beat him, but I can get there. And that is hard, and that takes skill, and I don't care what you say about it. Taking Mike Tyson.
Oh, see? Video games, man. So there's such thing as pro video gamers, and it takes skill, right?
Oh, yeah.
I never said it didn't.
All right. Just doing FIFA, PS, and SKYPE 64, which Jake's going SKYPE 100%.
See, you lost me at SKYPE 64. If it was SKYPE NES,
true.
But
I didn't know they remade it. No, I'm definitely thinking 64.
It's not even that good. No, it's not that good.
So you gotta go FIFA, right?
SKYPE 1, great game. But Mike, I think you got me wrong here. FIFA is actually probably my favorite sports game.
And he's not really good at it either.
If I play more than once every 3 years, I can beat Brent.
No,
but
you can't.
I haven't played in probably 2 or 3 years. I like FIFA and then hockey, and then somewhere in the distance is football. Well, and I don't play baseball or basketball.
You know what? I'm going to say something right here. You guys, you heard it here first. Winning 11 crushes FIFA, and Winning 11's gone, and I will beat anybody in that game.
See, Winning 11 kind of turned into Pro Evolution.
Yes.
Because they combined.
Yep.
And Pro Evolution is amazing.
No, I hated it.
No, it's good, but it just FIFA's got better game modes.
Yes.
So, but yeah, Jacob, I played FIFA 20 today, son. You better suck it.
I'll get one soon. I'll play and I'll beat you.
Dude, and hockey.
But let's not lose this opportunity to talk about a SKYPE real quick. The original.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm really good at that game, and I build a track mode. I build you a nice track too.
What?
I love SKYPE, and the only reason I know SKYPE and Baseball Stars is because my dad bought 3 machines way back when, in the early '90s, and would put them in bowling alleys, and people would put quarters in them, and then we'd drive around and collect the quarters. And he still has one at his house now, and it has about 10 games on it.
No shit.
And I play Baseball Stars over there, SKYPE, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Captain Skyhawk, Ninja Gaiden. Is not on that one. Super Contra's on there, which is probably the best Nintendo game ever made. What else is on there? Super Mario Bros. 3, Rad Racer. What else is on there? There's some good games on there. And Matt's got one in his garage.
Dude, that sounds so sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It is. I remember playing it like it had to be a decade or more ago. But Jake was annoyingly good at the Tecmo Bowl. That was annoying. And Contra.
Contra is my game, man. Me and Thomas used to slay on that.
It was good.
Get the spread gun and just go to town.
Anyways, got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
But the thing is, though, you gotta be careful because the laser would come after the spread gun, and if you accidentally got that fucking laser, you were hosed.
It was more powerful, but it was impossible to hit those guys, especially on level 2.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that game really well. What else you got, Mike? What's
All right,
next?
we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or Metal Gear Solid.
Tony Hawk all day, every day.
Those
Dude,
games
it's tough.
should have been paired up against each other because they both deserve to go to the
Yep.
Sweet 16.
They must have been a 4 and 5.
It's messed up, dude. I'm kind of pissed about it. Because Metal Gear Solid PS,
because you have to go with Tony Hawk, but Metal Gear deserves to go on.
The first Metal Gear on PlayStation 1
Yes.
was amazing.
it's the PlayStation one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why it's so tough. Like, this is
It
probably
was
the hardest
good,
one
but
so far.
Tony Hawk's was groundbreaking. It might go all the way.
So was Metal Gear with the stealth and hiding in boxes and
Hiding in the
right.
boxes and shit.
yeah.
That's a Final Four match. That shouldn't be in the first. That shouldn't be in the first thing.
That's
here.
too hard.
going
Dude.
to
That's the hardest
overtime for
matchup
sure.
yet, right? All right. Well,
give me-
I guess
give me Tony Hawk.
I got way. I played both and I beat both. I got to go Tony Hawk though. I have to.
Yeah, me too.
Brent, Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk. Oh yeah.
Street Fighter 2 or NFL Blitz? NFL Blitz all day. Love that game to death.
This is another Sweet 16 matchup. This should not be in the first round.
That's too hard.
Blitz.
It's too
These
hard.
are both really fun games.
Very fun, but Blitz all day.
All day.
It's not all day, but Blitz is better. I agree. I dang it. I have
Bro,
to
it's
go
the-
with Blitz
it's the
'cause
first
that was
Blitz.
so fun when Blitz came out. It was so fun.
It was amazing.
Body slam dudes left and right. The
Dude,
graphics were
when
unreal.
we picked, I don't remember what the defense was called, but it was one single safety, 3 guys up front, and the guys covering the receivers. And if you took that safety and brought him all the way up to the line, you get a sack almost every time. Swear to God, you got to dive almost right away because he dives like 15 feet. But you would get sacks all the time. All right, let's move on. Tomb Raider or Luigi's Mansion? Tomb Raider, 100%.
Tomb Raider.
Suck it, Luigi. NBA Jam or DuckTales? NBA Jam all day.
Jam, NBA Jam.
And that's all for the first round on this side. I think
That's pretty good. Is there more?
Yeah, there is more. There is more. We have Mario Kart 64 or Ghosts and Goblins NES.
Mario 64.
I'll see you in the
Forget
top
it.
4. Just
That's
put
like-
it through. Whoever's
Yep.
playing.
Like, why is that so easy? Like,
Yeah.
you saw how hard the other ones were.
Because that's a 116 right there. That's why.
It was Mario Kart got 203 points. Ghosts and Goblins got 24. So, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Resident Evil PS or Contra 3? Resident
Evil.
100%. I'm gonna start going a little faster. Sonic,
Yeah.
Sega, or Star Wars Rogue Squadron? Gotta go Sonic.
Sonic.
Got to.
Sonic.
Come on.
Twisted Metal, whoo, or California
Love
Games?
that game.
Which one?
Twisted Metal, the original, PS.
Twisted Metal 2 is probably the best game of all time.
Agreed. Twisted Metal 2.
So Twisted Metal once wasn't that great.
Do you remember California Games for NES?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
dude. I might have to go
It
to
was
the-
great but awful at the same time.
Yes, terrible. And you think you want to play them, and then you play it, and then it sucks.
But you don't.
Yeah, it's, as soon as you start playing, you realize why you hadn't been playing it.
The
It's awful.
BMX track on California Games will make you want to strangle a toddler.
Dude, I
Impossible.
vaguely remember what you're saying. I vaguely remember that now. And how mad it made me.
The skateboarding on California Game?
Awful.
Fuck that.
Wasn't there hacky sack?
The hacky sack was the best part of the whole game.
Right.
'Cause you could hit the seagull.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Best part. All right. Assassin's Creed or Castlemania? Assassin's Creed.
There's
lost?
a typo there. That's Castlevania.
Yeah,
and
I'm going with
Castlevania should get the vote.
I'm going
No
with
way.
Castlevania.
Assassin's Creed. The levels were massive.
Dude, but you
care.
did the same thing every time.
Okay,
you got
true.
Like Final Fantasy.
True. Very
Climbed a
true. Brett.
pole and you jumped off of it. Ooh.
And you assassinate.
Castlevania.
But
Silly.
the fighting mechanisms of you could take on like a whole squad of people. It was amazing. It was so fun. Anyways, moving on. NHL 94. I don't even care what else is next.
Doesn't
You don't
matter.
think so? NHL 94 or 1080.
Best hockey game.
No, NHL 94 is the best hockey game of all time.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't even
I've heard
matter.
of that, but I never played it, so I don't know.
You shut your Christian mouth.
Be the Devils. Be the. So, anyways, Diablo or The Sims. I gotta go Sims.
I don't care.
Super Mario 3 or Blades of Steel. Super Mario
Blades of
3.
Steel.
Mario 3.
100%.
Blades of Steel.
This one's gonna be tough for Brent. Right here. You ready? Jake, not so much. Brent, you ready for this?
Yeah.
GoldenEye or Oregon Trail.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. GoldenEye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Proximity mines, baby.
Put GoldenEye, Twisted Metal 2, Tony Hawk, and Mario Kart in the final four and just call it a day.
You right?
I'm okay with that.
That's where we need to go.
Right.
All right, what else you got?
We got F-Zero or Turok. I'm going Turok. I love Turok.
I'm going F-Zero.
Didn't have either one. Never
I don't know
played
what F-Zero is, to be honest.
It was like a futuristic racing game on SNES.
Well, I figured that, but World of Warcraft or
yeah.
Bubble Bobble. No thanks to either. Y'all both can fuck yourselves. Mega Man X or
eat
Double
a bag.
Dragon. Double Dragon.
Well, I
what?
love Double Dragon, but what was the other one you said?
Oh, sorry. Mega Man X.
Man, that's stupid because those are both really good games too.
Classics, yeah.
Mega Man was great.
amazing.
But I'm
Yeah,
going,
but
I'm
Double
going
Dragon, man.
amazing.
If you got two players on Double
So
Dragon,
fun.
Pick up
so
that
much
barrel.
fun.
Kicking
You can pick
ass
that
all
barrel
night.
up, son.
Kicking ass
Yes.
all night.
That would-
You're
Dude,
running around you're walking the streets with gi with the ripped
Yeah.
sleeves.
Climbing
Dude.
ladders. Yeah, I like Double Dragon.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, do you like? I remember with playing
Get
with
that
my
whip.
cousin, and stuff, and like you would just kick ass all night, just kicking
Yeah.
everyone's ass. It's so fun.
What did you guys do last night, Mike? Oh, kicked ass.
All the way-
Everyone that showed up on that street got their ass whooped. And we
Bro, it wouldn't matter if it was a pedestrian. You would kick their ass. Like it wouldn't matter, or you would try.
Those were so tough. Where did they come from?
They were so tough. They made a movie. They did make a movie. Hold on. Take a side break real quick. I gotta look up a picture of the movie. Hold on.
Dude, the movie was so stupid. I remember seeing that movie with my dad on like Visitation Sunday.
I can't wait till you see this.
Boy, I laughed too hard at that.
I can't wait till you see this. Oh shit. Okay, I'm going back. All right. Whew. All right. Tecmo Bowl. Oh my god, this is too hard.
Doesn't matter.
Lo, when I tell you there's only a 5-point difference here. Tecmo Bowl. Battletoads.
Really?
Yep.
It's Tecmo Bowl all day.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that because Battletoads, I don't know if you've ever watched someone actually do a playthrough, because you were never get past the third level. Let's be real. No, but none of us are.
I'll be honest, I'd never heard about Toads till earlier in this conversation.
Wow.
What
That was the
system is
first.
it on?
I think that was like the first. It was the first game where you could like beat up who you're playing with.
Yeah.
What game or what system?
It was
NES.
Sega.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was the first time where you
Yeah,
could like pick up a pipe
Battletoads
off the
was awesome.
ground and just beat your second player with, and they would get so mad. My cousin.
That is
cried.
awesome, but Tecmo Bowl is better. Come on. It's more
Oh yeah,
iconic.
no. I agree. Now I will say to people out there, watch Battletoads play through YouTube, and it'll blow your mind. All right, Star Fox.
I'm gonna
60
watch it because I want to see what the heck this game is.
I just want to see what the heck was past the third level. Dude, it's insane. It'll blow your mind how this person. Anyway, Star Fox 64 or Mortal Kombat on Sega.
Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
Star Fox
I don't know,
is cool,
dude.
but Mortal Kombat was a game changer.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we talked about at school and
Toasty.
Well, that was
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat 2. That was Mortal
Was
Kombat
it?
2.
don't
And
care. The whole thing.
I still remember the blood code for Mortal Kombat 1 on the Sega.
What is it?
It's ABACABB. You did it at the start menu.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
That is
So yeah,
ridiculous.
we're going Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, finish him and all
Yeah,
that. That
I'm
was-
going Mortal Kombat all day. Star Fox 64 was so fun, but no thanks.
It was.
It was cool.
The Legend of Zelda. Or Kid Icarus.
Oh, put them both in the drink. Who
Yeah,
cares?
like do
guess I'll
any
take
of
Zelda,
those
then I
go
heard
past
that
Tecmo Bowl? No. Do any of those go past NHL 94? No. Sonic? No. Like, why are they on the list? Kid Chameleon. Has anyone heard of Kid Chameleon?
No.
Fantastic Nintendo game. Anyways, let's move on from that. That was fun, Jake. Or Nick Zirkin.
Yeah,
we
thank
appreciate
Nick
that,
Zirkin
man.
for
That
that,
was
yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
Hey, we need to get Wes on here.
Oh shit.
Oh God.
I need to charge my phone though.
Let's take a quick, dude. We'll just do
Yeah.
we'll do like a
Quick break.
35 minutes with him or something.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, we got a special guest joining us for the second half of this podcast, Wes Wilkes, who used to go by Wes Marlack. So we're going to get that story out of the way. We're also going to learn about how Wes was a teenage father tonight.
I was a teen dad.
Teen dad. And
He's the OG
he's been one of our
teen dad.
sponsors. Been one of our buddies for years. He also went, I think, on a 2-year stint without talking to Brent, which is fun. He's a co-Golden Beach dweller with me, even though he's leaving. He's moving up. He's Mr. Jefferson. What's the guy moving on up? That guy?
That's it. To the east side.
That's Wes.
I mean, that's all of it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Where are you moving to, Wes?
Still Mechanicsville. Right on the floor.
You're getting out of the beach that isn't on the water?
Correct. So I'm not on President Street, but I'm close enough to the water.
As long as you don't go to Country Lakes, everything's fine.
Hey, where are
President
We
you?
just lost half our viewers.
Fuck them all.
No, we'll be moving off Flora Corner Road, so right back there somewhere.
Well, you're moving like 3 miles up the street.
Listen. The kids are getting bigger. I need to upgrade a little bit.
By my house.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next question.
So Wes is one of our sponsors. He's got the cup he's drinking out of, Wes Wilkes Mortgage Team. He's like one of the top producing mortgage people in the country. He's mad at me because I didn't use him, but I don't like my friends knowing my financial business, so that's why I didn't use you. And
Friends help me feed my family. I appreciate it.
not to mention, hey, look, you're more than welcome to come by and give me some money too. I'll do something.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. All right. So that's his introduction. And where are we going from here? You going to tell us a story or what?
What story do you want to know?
Brent, get off your fucking phone.
Hey, eat my ass.
Fuck, man. It's 30 minutes. Rah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Could you go outside and piss?
All right. So we know your wife. We've known you forever. In high school, you had a different last name. And all of a sudden, your name changed to the name of your now wife. What happened? And
Dude, this is a crazy story.
Yeah. Okay,
really, I have a degenerate parents. That's what it comes down to. So my mom wasn't with my dad when I was born. She married my stepdad, who then had other kids. And so I had a bunch of West Marlacks, or a bunch of Marlacks.
A bunch of West Marlacks.
There was a bunch of Marlacks, and there's a
What'd you do with the other one? You stomp them out?
I killed him out. You got to kill him so they can't take him.
There's a bunch of Wilkes. I was the only Wilkes there. So my parents, my stepdad and my mom, legitimately forged my birth certificate and changed my name to Marlack, so I wouldn't be by myself. And
what else did they change on there? Are you like really a male and all that? Or what?
True story. I wish I had it in front of me, but my birth certificate says the race of my mother is black. 100%.
Wow.
100%.
I could see it.
Interesting news here.
Yeah, thank you.
You do have a Biggie shirt on, don't you? What are you wearing right now?
Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie. So maybe you are black.
Yeah.
Yeah, only above the waist.
Hey. What does that even mean? What's up? I got big lips.
You do got a set of soup coolers on you, motherfucker.
Yeah, let's go ahead and cut that out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we might have to.
Are you worried you're going to lose some business?
We'll just send everybody to Joe Lockman from now on.
Whoa,
Low blow.
Taylor
Joe's a good guy.
Taylor Gladue. She was the top producer this month. I saw it.
Well, I don't want to give you the inside scoop on the top producer sign, but it's rigged. So
just say you can't keep up with Taylor. She's
Taylor's awesome.
So Wes is saying if you're not blonde and don't have tits, that you're not getting on that sign.
That was inappropriate, Brent.
He did not say that.
I said
He did not
Wes gets up there all the time, and he's not blonde. I don't know about tits.
That's what I read between the lines.
They're decent.
I
So
like Taylor's wife, so I would not Taylor's husband.
So how did
hold on, time out.
I don't want it to sound like we're talking about it.
Time the fuck out. A woman named Taylor married a man named Tyler.
Yeah.
I hate them both.
No, they're awesome.
Oh my
They're
god.
both awesome.
I'm so over both of them. I like it.
Something tells me they're over you. I have to say.
Whatever. What do I got going for me? 0. It's fine.
Well, hey, let me going back to the last name, right? So my parents legitimately forged my birth certificate to Marlack. So the most awkward part about it was I went through middle school, went through high school as Marlack. But when I got my driver's license when I was 16, it said Wilkes. So like I was living this double personality all through high school. My now wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, who was pregnant, showed up to my job asking at one point for West Marlack.
Hold on. We skipped. Hey, hold on.
You were like, sure.
Hold on, we skipped a little bit. Okay, so hold on. Suddenly you have a girlfriend, and suddenly she's pregnant, and suddenly she's showing up at your job.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to the pregnant story later. Now we're on the last name.
Well, that had nothing to do with it. Why you? So you forged it? Is that like an old typewriter style forge, or whiteout, or what?
I can only
we're talking
imagine.
1985 here, or 6.
No, I was in 3rd grade, so we're talking like 93, 94, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Are you illegal? Do we need to get you deported?
I mean, for the record, my biological father is Mexican, so.
Oh, I knew something was afoot.
How are you so tall?
Actually,
I need a scoop.
6 foot tall. My dad's biological. My biological.
That motherfucker leaped the fence, leaped the wall.
What'd you say, Wes?
Oh, that's funny.
What did you say, Wes? About your father?
I don't even know what I said.
Okay.
Brent. Yeah.
Yeah, Brent will do that.
Welcome to my show, motherfucker.
So
But he's so handsome.
So how do Wes and Brent? Let's go back a little bit. How did you guys meet? Like, how does your story go?
So I think actually out of the 3 of you guys, I've known Brent the longest.
Sure.
Jake was always like, oh, he was Heather.
That's because hold on. You were one of those Leonardtown fucks that infiltrated my high school in 11th grade and took all the pussy.
I did no such thing.
You lie like a rug.
I did no such thing.
Oh no.
You and Brennan and Jason
Kramer.
and
Jason
all those,
Kramer.
Like,
Wes, you're part of that gang? Is that where you came from?
I am.
Oh yeah.
Really?
So I went to Thomas Stone. So my parents split up my junior year, and I went to Thomas Stone my junior year. And
well, you are part black.
Yes.
You're Mexican. Yeah.
So that same year, Jason, Jimmy, and Brennan all transferred to TopsCon. I hated
Jimmy
Thomas
Bell,
Stone, dude.
Yeah.
And then, so my best friends at the time were Jason, Brennan, and Jimmy. And I became friends with Eli Black, Sean Litz, that whole group. And I was like, I'm going to transfer to ChopCon my senior year. And that's what I did.
Wow.
And then I met Brent. And we were out and about. And I remember one night very vividly being at Brent's house in high school. And we used to play poker all the time with quarters and dimes. And I lost like $50 playing poker. And my world had ended. I had it all in a Crown Royal bag. And my night was over. So,
is that the night you stopped talking to him, or what?
No, that wasn't the night he stopped. That was the different night. But I do remember the night before our senior pictures, Wes and a bunch of guys stayed at my parents' house, and my mom did the cool mom thing and took everybody's keys and all that bullshit. And Wes out of nowhere. He was good at this shit because he also did this at somebody else's house. But Wes went, "Where's the fucking porn?" Out of nowhere. This guy, and of course,
Wes probably had told his wife that he never ever watched that in his life. And
well, that's a lie.
Hold on. We have to establish 2 things. That much like there's BC and AD. There's Wes Marlack and Wes Wilkes.
Oh,
this was Marlack. This was Marlack for
It's
sure.
a very blurry line, buddy. Very blurry.
No, it's pretty clear. It's
pretty clear. I also remember being at a house party one time with Wes where we learned how to make blowjob shots. And Wes spent the majority of the night just screaming, "Who wants a blowjob?" the whole night.
Did I say it in my best Baltimore accent?
Yeah,
that was pretty.
And I'm pretty sure you know where we were too. I'm pretty sure I remember that.
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
That's all right. She's got 2 kids by a county softball champion by now. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Well, I'm sure Wes is regretting coming on here now. So moving on.
Get control of this, Miller.
What? I'll say. So what was it like?
There's no control. Uh-oh, that sounds like coronavirus cough if I ever heard one.
I got COVID.
I don't know if you guys talked about this before, but have any of you guys at any point thought I might have it?
You?
Yeah, all day.
Dude, my voice was doing, my throat was doing this little tickle, and I was like, yo, is this where it starts? Is this how it starts?
Everybody's thinking that. Everything
Get
that
off your
happens
phone.
to you, you're like, am I sick? Am I sick? I don't know. But, you know.
You ruin the picture every time.
We're not. It's the same old, same old.
Yeah, no, I can't breathe sometimes at night. I'm like, oh shit, there go my lungs. But that's just probably years
This
of
is how it
just
starts.
abuse.
I legitimately today, like when I got my throat was hurting, I actually Googled the timeline of it, like how many days I have to wait to find out
You
if I have it.
fucking idiot. I'm pretty sure I had a double. I'm pretty sure I had a double ear infection though, because I got out of the shower like 2 days ago and like cleaned my ears.
Oh
Both
no,
ears.
he's got it. He's got it.
He's got something.
Listen
Got
to me. Both ears. I put the Q-tip in. Blood.
Ew. You should
Yeah.
get checked.
I think I'm
That's
dying.
That's worse
Blood
than
from your ears?
COVID.
What? Like dried up
Yeah.
dark blood?
Why?
No,
why
no, no,
both
no.
of them?
No. I had blood like when I went to clean my ears. There was blood on the Q-tip.
What
He
bleeds
needs some
inside of your
milk.
ear?
Yeah.
What bleeds
God.
in there?
I think I
Your
just had
brain?
I think I had a double ear infection.
Yeah, but they don't bleed.
Well, my shit's bleeding, son. So nice knowing you guys.
I am
I mean-
actually glad we're on Skype now and not in that basement. Just kidding.
Oh,
I can deal with bloody ears.
you want to come say hi real quick?
Who the fuck, Wes?
Whoa.
My gosh,
Get them
you got little kids here.
I can't control it. She just wants to make a cameo. Say hi.
Hello.
Which one is that?
This is Aubrey. This is the 7-year-old.
Hi, Aubrey.
Hello,
Nice to meet
Aubrey.
you.
All right, say goodbye.
Hi, Aubrey.
All right, you got to leave now. You can't
I want
go
to teach you some Bible stories soon.
You can't hear what these guys are saying. Wes,
Jake said he'll teach some Bible stories soon.
I did say that. The good
Wes,
Your dad's a hero.
what's it like? What's it like being a girl dad to 3 girls?
All right, Aubrey, you got to leave. You can't be in here.
It's like
Okay.
that, Mike. It's like
Enough said.
It's like that.
they don't listen. They do whatever they want. They do whatever
really
they
gotta
want,
leave.
and you just live life around them. These daughters, they just do whatever, dude. You know.
Let me say this before Wes gets going. There was a time in my life where I was like, man, fuck being Wes Wilkes right now. He's got the shittiest end of the stick. And now at 34, I look at Wes and his daughters all kick ass. His oldest daughter's like super talented. His wife is like super pretty and super talented at whatever she does. And I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous of Wes.
It took some time, right? It took some time.
Right.
Figured it out.
Everything
listen.
just turns around.
Yeah, that's for that poker night, bitch.
Let's see. I had Natalie. So my oldest daughter is 14. She'll be 15 in August. So I had her when I was 19 years old. Lauren was 18. She literally was pregnant at her graduation. Just crazy to think about that. Yes.
Wes, Wes.
Well, black is thinning, so that helps.
Wes,
Dude, she yes.
what was it like talking to her dad the first time?
No, not even the first time. How did you break the news to her?
That's
dad
what I'm
that you
talking
knocked her
about,
up?
you idiot. When you broke it to her, he said it. When you said like this is
Well, the second and third time were much easier than the first time.
well, yeah, okay, you're right. Maybe I said that, but when you first
Well, set it
broke
up a
the
little
news,
bit, Mr. West.
You got to look at it like this. So, for a couple things. One, my wife's dad is a pastor.
yeah,
So, that just throws so
Man,
many.
where was MTV when we needed them?
Dude, I was the
what kind of
original.
church are we
I was
talking about,
literally the
Wes?
original. Lauren was the original teen mom. I was the teen dad. Like, we could be rich right now.
Marlac TV.
Instead of talking to you three.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Dude, so one day, I mean, we hit it for as long as we could. Like, legitimately.
Sounds like it.
I mean,
Hit it or hit it?
Sounds like it.
H-I-D.
Wes, what happened? Was it like after school you snuck off in the parking lot? I need to hear about a little detail.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Detail.
Dude, you're not going to get in trouble. It's over. It happened.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I don't care about the details of what y'all actually did. I know what you did. I want to hear about like what was the sneaking around looking like back then?
Dude, I mean, it was just stupid. I don't know if you guys remember, but
Yeah, I remember being in high school.
No.
Yeah.
No, Brent, whose house was across from Bert's? They had all the parties back in the day.
Luke?
Oh God! He's dead. He's fucking dead now.
Luke something.
Yeah, it was definitely Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner.
Luke Gardner. Yeah.
Rip.
I mean, we were kids. We were stupid, just going around. Dude, it's as a father now, a 14-year-old. Like, I talk to Lauren all the time, and I'm like, I can't stop these things, but they're gonna happen. Like,
You can. What? You can. I
dude,
like
how
that.
can you stop it? How can you stop it?
Well, I know what you can stop
I know you
doing.
can-
Sitting in the movie theater, you creep.
No, that helps. That
Dude,
helps.
I mean,
Wes.
listen, when your 14-year-old daughter comes to you and says, Dad, I want to go to the movies, and then later she's like, hey, I'm going to bring a blanket. No, you're not.
Whoa.
You're not bringing a blanket.
That was her idea. Ooh.
Hey, it's cold. Hey, it's cold in there, man.
I can see the dude bringing a blanket.
No, it was, dude.
Wes, I applaud your
Yes.
decision to go in that movie theater. You need to protect your daughter at all costs.
Yep.
For
At all
sure.
costs.
From people like Brent saying no
Who
right
cares
now.
if Brent makes fun of you or me or whoever? It's your kid.
Nobody cares what I say. I just don't agree.
So I think the issue is, I know how we were at 14, 15,
Oh my
16,
gosh.
17
They are
years old.
worse. They have internet,
Yes.
phones. They're all worse.
Yes.
Everything's worse now. Whatever you think, it's worse.
Dude, there's no chance I'm letting my daughter go into movie theaters for the first time with a boy I've never even met, who, for the record, looked like a curly-haired
Nope.
parrot. Like, just I mean, the worst part about it is for her, my daughter, is that any boy she dates is probably gonna be smaller than me. I'm 6'4", 265 pounds. Like,
Yep.
so
Well, she's 14. If they're bigger than you, you got all kinds of problems you need to work out.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm glad I had a boy.
All right,
No,
so
I mean-
so you were at a house near Big Dogs, which is hilarious. And
Literally right behind Big Dogs.
somehow you got down, you figured it out, but you forgot the most important thing, and you ended up having a baby, which is great because you have an awesome baby now. So for all the people out there that get mad about that, it works out. Wes is living proof that mistakes are not always mistakes because you have an amazing kid. And then your wife was a pastor's daughter, and obviously now he has to deal with that with the congregation. Me, growing up in a Baptist household, a Baptist church, I remember how these things were handled, and it
Terribly.
was very strange, very
Terribly.
strange. And
well, to start
Go ahead.
off is when Lauren was like, hey, I think I dropped her off at her house, and her dad had found out through somebody else. So Lauren told a friend, yes, her dad found out through somebody else. She got home and she was pretty much ambushed, like, hey, we know this. She calls me and she's like, hey, you need to come back by and talk to my parents. I'm like,
Wes, you're giving me the sweats right now. A little
I
bit.
know.
Oh,
I'm kind of glad that I didn't get laid in high school right now. I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit.
Yeah, Brent. You little hold on. Hold on. You were like what, 21 or something?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah, I'm still proud of that. I don't give a shit.
No, but you lied to me beforehand. You said it happened like before, and I was like, "Damn, that's good."
Of course I did.
you were lying.
He's proud of it, but he was lying the whole time.
He's proud of it now.
But when we were living together, you were just like, our walls were paper thin, and you were just sending it all the time. Of course I lied to you.
Sending it. That's the worst.
Sending it.
Anyways.
Just got up from a nap. Still gonna send it.
Anyways, back to
All right, Wes. Yeah.
I mean, I literally remember the story. I dropped her off. I'm coming back down Locks Hill Road. She called, not Locks Hill. What's the road right next to Food Lion and Wawa? Mount Wolf Road. Mount Wolf.
Mount Wolf. Yeah.
I turn back around, go to the house. walk up to the office, and the first thing her dad says is, "Why'd you force yourself on my daughter?"
Oh, you're a rapist all of a sudden.
Yeah. What'd you say? Am I going to need a lawyer? I'm going to go and get my lawyer.
Oh no!
The 18-year-old West want to be like, "She forced herself on me, dog." Like, relax.
She wanted the D, bro. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, pretty much we had to tell her and her mom. I mean, dude, it sucked. Like, I mean, it was tough. Like, just having like an honest conversation with them. He had to tell his entire church, like the board members.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why? Hold on. Why?
Yeah, you got to.
You can't run your house.
You can't hide it.
Church. It's in the Bible, bro.
I mean, exactly.
The Bible's stupid.
It's not.
Whoa.
It's right.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you don't like it, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
So
That's usually the deal.
That's a good point. You don't have to like it. Doesn't mean it's not the truth. I like that.
You should get more mad at the truth.
Doesn't mean it is either. It's nobody else's fucking business.
It is
business.
If you're sitting there telling other people how to live their life, you need to make sure you have your own life, wrapped up pretty well.
And also, if you're saying that it's okay, you're showing that it's okay. You got to let it be known that it's not.
Man,
I mean, good things happen.
Everything
Obviously, Western family's awesome, but it doesn't make it right.
No, I hate everything about this conversation. I hate it.
Well, there's a couple things you have to realize, Brent. That like the 19-year-old Wes was like, "This is crazy. I can't believe this is all happening." But the 33-year-old Wes, now the 14-year-old daughter, is like, "Dude, I don't know how I would handle it. Like, if my daughter were to come home and say this happened, like,
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, I think in my
but at least you got to practice on, motherfucker."
What do you think?
I don't know how I would handle it. Like, I mean, the initial reaction. No, I don't. I really don't. Like,
bullshit. You'd be the most supportive dad
if your daughter came home right now and said, "Dad, I'm pregnant," what would you do?
We're taking care of it, obviously. I mean,
what do you mean by taking care of it, Chief?
Not what you think, Brent. They don't believe in that stuff around here.
No. I mean, so I mean, if you're being honest about the situation, I mean, obviously, if you're 14 years old, you have a lot of different thoughts going through your head. So, I mean, I think 18 and 19 is a little bit different than 14 or 15.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Let me ask you this, Wes. If your daughter came home and said that, would you feel like you failed somewhere as a parent?
No.
Yeah, no fucking way. No.
I don't
yes,
think
you should.
No.
Why? Why, Jake?
If your daughter is 14 and gets pregnant, you have some responsibility there.
No,
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
No.
not. Fuck you. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Look at me. Mike, what do you think, Mike? Tell me.
Jacob, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You can't
sit behind him at the movie theater. That's what you do.
All right.
Yeah.
You can't be with him 24 hours a day, motherfucker.
Yes, you can. They're not allowed. They go to school. They come home. Yeah.
Jake,
14. They're not
Jake,
adults.
How old's your daughter?
1.
Okay. Trust me.
She's not coming home pregnant, motherfucker.
Dude,
Okay,
Natalie,
forget watching them all the time if you've taught them well.
Yeah.
Well, of course. But you can't say if you taught them well, because how old are you, Jake? 34, 35?
Don't guess my age.
How many mistakes have you made that you don't
34.
want anybody to know?
All of them?
That you are literally like, I don't want anybody to know this. Like,
And-
you can't expect
And
a
lucky
15,
enough-
16-year-old, 17-year-old kid not to make those same mistakes.
I will tell you why I didn't get a girl pregnant when I was in high school. And it was because I was scared of the repercussions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, is the answer to make people scared or not?
It's okay.
It
That's
works.
where it gets weird, because you should fear, but you should also feel love from that, wherever it's coming from. It's called respect. To me,
It was a little bit of both for me. Like, if I got a girl pregnant, I knew what it would do to my mom, and it was against everything she stood for. And for that simple reason, I wouldn't, I just didn't partake in that,
All right, let me ask you this, Jake. We all know my answer, but did you engage in premarital sex?
Wes, are you crazy?
I mean, yeah. What's the answer?
I'm not answering. No.
That's a big fat yes.
All right, well, glad to see
Check,
one of us
yes.
has better restraint than the other.
Wow. I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying that I do keep some things private. So
Okay,
That's
I understand keep it private, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I think if we both acknowledge the truth, that I wasn't looking for that. You were trying to stop it. I was trying to stop it, but it just happened, right?
Wes, you were 18. You know what I'm saying? That's different than 14. I'm talking about a 14-year-old daughter.
Yes.
I have a cousin, a distant cousin, actually not a distant cousin. We don't talk, but so it's distant that way, but it's actually I believe it's my first cousin who had a baby when she was like 13 or 12 even. Like young.
That's young.
But it's because her parents didn't care about her. And that's what I'm saying. And I get kids are going to do what they're going to do. You can't watch them, like Brent said, you can't watch them 24/7, obviously. But if you can instill in them the right values, if they might still go wrong, no doubt. But, I think you would be shocked, right? If your kid came home and said, "Dad, I'm pregnant."
Yeah, for sure.
You would think, what did I do wrong?
I think we're
Jacob, hold on, Wes. Pardon me for interrupting you because you've got more experience than in this whole thing that we're talking about. But what Jacob just said irritates me for some reason. That whole "where did I go wrong" thing that irritates the piss out of me for some reason.
Why?
Because there's 34, 33, 35, whatever year old men in this conversation. From the time we were 13 to the time we're right now, we think about one thing more than anything other than anything other than
100%.
So you can't go, "Where did I go wrong?" That's the most fucked up thing.
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'll say this since Shake probably won't. I was absolutely involved in premarital, and the one
we
time
all were, dude.
The one time I did.
All
right, go ahead, Brent.
The thing is here, I lost my virginity later than everybody else in this conversation. Way later than everybody else in this conversation. I don't care about that. I'm actually kind of proud of that. But you can't just go, I failed. No, fuck that. It shit happens and you deal with it. That's what it is. Nobody failed at anything. Wes is a good person. Lauren's a great person.
Not saying
Lauren's parents are fine. Wes's parents are fine. Outside of the whole the birth certificate thing. But all right, you can dial this up to life happens and you deal with it. And I think Wes and Lauren have done an amazing job dealing with the hands they were dealt. And you that's fine. It is what it is at the end of the day.
So I will tell you guys this, as obviously having the oldest kids here, that social media ruins everything.
Dude, it's rough.
It literally, between Snapchat and Instagram. So for instance, I coach softball for Natalie's team. So I'm friends with a lot of these young girls. Like, it's weird as it sounds, will send me requests on Instagram, whatever it may be. So, but to me, hold on, relax. But to me, I'm looking at it as a way to monitor what's going on, right? What these kids are posting, what they're not posting. And there was one.
Bikini pics, yes.
No bikini
pics.
Well,
Creeper Dad is on the job.
I want you to think about this, though. Jake, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
You want to see? Okay, you want to see those pictures that pop up where she's with them.
What'd you say?
I get what you're saying with monitoring. Like, if your daughter's going to be hanging out with these people, your daughter's not going to post the pictures, but they might, and you'll be able to see like where she's at.
Exactly. Well, I saw a boy one time. This was like a year ago. 13-year-old boy commented on a girl's post and said, commented on another boy's post and said, he posted a girl's picture and said, "My girlfriend," whatever, right? One of Natalie's softball players' teammates. And another boy said, "Wow, she's not as pretty as your other girlfriend." Like, dude, these are 13-year-old kids putting that out there on Instagram for everybody to see.
Rough.
13 is kind of young. I might have said that at 16, though.
All right, let me go back. Let me make a point real quick. My point was that if your daughter's 14, she's going to be in a lot of situations. Forget the sex part of it. Forget the getting pregnant. Every situation she gets faced with, she needs to know the right answer before she gets faced with it.
Right.
If you haven't prepared her for those situations, then you didn't do your job as a parent. That's what I said is your fault.
But no. But you also have to have faith in your child and in your parenting. You can't be there 24/7.
If your kid knows the right answer,
make the
wrong answer, then it's on them. Right. But if you've never had if you've never told your kids, like, listen, I don't think you should do crack. You're right. If you're at a party and these kids are doing crack,
but
you need to say,
fun,
I don't do that. I'm actually gonna leave, or I'm gonna do whatever. As long as you tell your kids what's possible, and they know about it ahead of time, and they know how to confront it, and they know that it's not going to be that uncool if they don't do it. Well, then you know, you did your job. After that, it is their decision, of course.
Can I say something?
But yeah,
it's going to be a second. Please don't interrupt. I think that when you do bring these things up, you got to go in. You got to go deep. You got to go like close up and let them see it up close. Now, I'll bring it to another. So basically, I have a fear of grasshoppers. Here goes the tangent. I am terrified. I am terrified of grasshoppers, and I don't know why. And if anyone fucks with me, I swear out there, this is not a joke. I will fight.
You zoomed in on them when you were little. That's why.
Exactly. I got real close and I saw everything about how ugly it was, and all the detail and all the just everything about it. And I noticed when I talked to my friend Chad, he is terrified. Him and Jessie, Amanda's little sister, are terrified of butterflies. Butterflies. You know why? When they were little, there was a close-up, disgusting shot of one, like detailed, just gross. You see it for what it really, really is. It's not this far away little view of it. It's up close. It's in depth. It's you see the whole everything about it. And I don't know. I think when you explain these things to kids, you got to get into it. To me, you got to explain why it's scary, why you won't be able to have a normal life. You won't be ready for it. You'll be more stressed. You take it out on your kid because you're stressed because you don't have money for it. It's a stressful situation that you don't want your kid to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, we're talking about a 14 or 15-year-old, but they progress so much between 13 and, say, even 18, right? Like, 14, you can still kind of control them. You can say, hey, I'm not taking you anywhere, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. The older they get, they're going to do what they want to do. With Natalie, we're going through, she's in high school, man. She started ChopCon this year. She's walking through the same halls I walked through in 2004.
10 years ago.
White pants,
thongs
but,
everywhere.
Our biggest thing for her has been, I know you're going to make mistakes. Like, you're 100% going to make mistakes. I can't stop you from doing it. But what I want you to do is be honest with me about it. Let's talk about it. If you make a mistake, and if I catch you in it, you got to be able to say, hey, I made a mistake, because I want her to be able to call me if she's at a party, she's in an uncomfortable situation, and say, Dad, come get me, or hey, Dad, I did this, come get me.
Everyone, I like that. I like that a lot. Do you think that'll happen? Do you think you're that type?
I hope so. I don't know.
And Jacob, my parents were Wes and Lauren. I can't tell you how many times my saint of a mother was driven to Country Lakes at 2 a.m. on a random Saturday to come get my fat ass because I wanted to get the fuck out of wherever I was. I was high or drunk, and she came and got me. Like, I appreciate that in West. Like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but if you need me, we're here. And I like that a lot. That's pretty.
But at the same time,
yeah. Go ahead,
at the same time, though, like, I'm telling them, like, no, this is what's expected, right? We're setting expectations. I'm not saying do what you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
of course.
Yeah.
It wasn't every weekend, but
Brent, I'd come pick you up, but you're going to get a spanking later, and you're going to get grounded for a week or whatever.
Sure.
Oh, no, okay.
Get drunk and high and just, that's it, I'm going to come get you.
Okay, well. All right, well, that's where it's
whoopsie.
I'm not going to laugh. I'm not going to laugh that off.
I got a gold star for not driving. I got a gold star for not driving.
No, you're going to get a spanking and in trouble for freaking drinking.
Gonna get a purple ass.
Smoking.
Dude, but at the same time, I'm the same dad who, if my kids get a B on the report card, they're in trouble. Like, you're getting straight A's. Like, if you get a B, like, you're literally like, yes.
Well, there's no reason.
What fucking universe is this?
Dude,
what?
I'm telling you, I'm
what?
Dude,
Lack of dough don't roll around here. No.
Dude, my parents were so bad, they changed my birth certificate. Dude, I was 14 years old, and my mom had a minivan. She let me drive without a permit and said, you can take it, but if you get pulled over, just say you stole it. Like, that was my mom.
Hold on. Hold on. Jacob and Wes, you guys are okay with holding your kids to some weird random straight A
do your homework.
Well, Wes has way more experience in this than I do, but I plan to do that because getting A's in high school is not hard.
No, it's not, but it shouldn't be. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to say it.
So here's
I don't like that at all. That sucks. Why?
So here's the reason why for me. I have girls, right? There's a pretty good probability my girls aren't going to be electricians. They're not going to go work for the elevator union. They're not going to go into the merchant marines. They're not going to be in the military.
Preach it, Wes. Let's go. Sorry, go ahead.
Whoa.
I'll say an amen.
Amen.
There's a pretty good chance that they're going to have an actual college degree to have a good job, And, for guys, it's much easier. We can say girls can do it for sure. Girls can go be mechanics. They can go be electricians, but they're not going to be. You have a very small percentage of girls that are going to do that. So I want my daughters to know you have to get straight A's.
Corona.
Get to the college you want to go. I mean, Natalie's 14 years old, and we're looking at what do you want to be when you grow up? Okay, let's see what schools are good in your degrees.
Marry a good dude.
Well, yeah, okay.
Are there any Millers running around?
There's a whole bunch of Wes Marlacks, though.
A bunch of those guys. Not many Wes Wilkeses.
So that's my whole point. That's my whole point with straight A's. We've actually looked at schools to see what's the minimum GPA, and it's like, all right, well, you need that. Let's do it. So,
Wes, think about it. What are you at school? What is the point of high school?
For who you're asking?
To see who's for real?
The point
who's not?
The point of high school is to go to college, in my opinion, or not. No, I don't want to say go to college because I don't think college is for everybody.
No, forget college. What's the point of every day at high school? What are you supposed to do?
Listen to teachers. I don't know.
You're supposed to learn as much as you can in that day.
Yeah.
And that's reflected in some grade later when you take a test. So if your kid's there to learn, they should be trying to do their best and get an A. A's are not that hard in high school.
That is so
right now.
The only reason
hold on. That is so easy for you to say and for Mike to say. You guys entered the public school system at such a late age where you guys had an advantage. And listen to me while I say this. You guys weren't subjected to 300 children gauging you and judging you on a daily basis.
300?
Shut your mouth and let me finish.
Are you saying the public school
300
system is broken?
Yes. It's not all about it's not all about going to school and doing good and getting good grades. There are 1 million different factors into daily life that make public high school harder than what it should be. Is straight A's in high school hard? Absolutely not. Not at all.
I get it. The social aspects are incredible. The
social aspects are harder than the academic aspects. Period.
Well, that's where your parents are supposed to guide you and make sure you know that the academic aspects are more important.
That's a lot easier said than done, Jacob. 100 times out of 100.
That's why you take Wes's route and you force them, and then or else they don't get the
well, then you're asking for trouble.
You're a parent for a reason. Guardian.
It's a balance.
Good luck with that.
It starts with the parents, man. I'm telling you, my parents let me do whatever I want. They really did. They were like, as long as you don't fail, you're good. Like, if you have parents who say, as long as you don't fail, you're good, you're going to do whatever you do, whatever you have to do.
Just enough. You're going to do just enough.
And you'll be happy.
See, I feel like my parents were not that lackadaisical, but at the same time, they were not like motherfucker straight A's or else.
No.
I want you to gauge it on your kid. You should be smart enough and know your kid well enough to understand their level. And if you know they should be getting A's, you know. And they
let's be honest here, though, Jacob. Jacob, if they're going to public school in St. Mary's County, you know what they're capable of.
That's a good school district, Brent. Good school.
I'm not saying it's not a bad school district, but if you're
my kids won't be there till way later. That's just me. But
Wes is not a dumb person. Lauren's not a dumb person. He's got 3 well-adjusted, well-educated children. Straight A's would not be hard for Natalie to do at 14 or 15 years old.
Not at all. Not at all. Now
but a B's not going to fucking end the world either.
No. So listen, she got a B. She's got a B. Like
Well, God forbid.
If she gets a B, but I'm not saying it's okay. Like I'm saying, okay, like if she has a B on her interim, she has to go to her teacher and ask, hey, what do I need to do to improve my grade? And that's a conversation she has to ask.
Well, that translates well into life. I want to hear from Mike real quick. I know
he's putting me on full tilt, like full tilt.
What do you got, Mike?
I don't even know. So I don't know how I got lumped with Jake, because honestly, my parents were more like Brent's to where they weren't that worried about me getting A's at all. And you know what? I did F off a lot in high school. I did really well until probably Chapticon. I started like slacking then because I think the care kind of got a little more. They just didn't as much. They had a lot of stuff going on. My parents did, and they tried their best. But I got away with a lot, and it showed because I didn't care as much about at school at all. I started playing music, and I would skip a whole day of school, bro, and go over Robert Quaid's house, and I would play music all day, and I would do that instead. Can you imagine, like your kid? All right, he skipped school to go play music. I would probably go to that house, find Felix, and pull him out of that house, break the guitar, and rip. But like, I understand. But like, I hated that mistake.
You can play music.
That was a mistake of mine.
It's time for school right now.
It was a mistake.
Hold on, I'm gonna blow Jake and probably Wes's mind right now. So my mom and I and my sister, and she's significantly older than I am. My mother would give me one day a month throughout the school year where I didn't have to go. She would let me stay home.
Really?
That doesn't blow my mind because my dad used to.
It was a mental health day, bro. It was a mental health day.
Well, we didn't call it that, I can guarantee you. But my dad, once in a while, would be like, we're not going to school today. We're going to ride dirt bikes in the woods and stuff like that. We would do that, and that's awesome.
I can tell you my senior year, I was one of the unlucky ones that had to go a full day of school. And when my friends would leave, like after 5th or 6th period, I was leaving with them. Like, where are we going to lunch? Like, we would go to Hong Kong buffet down in Leonardtown and just, well.
How did y'all have money for that? That's what I don't understand.
Because I had a job, bitch.
I had a job.
I had a job too, but I had to pay for my car insurance and whatever else I had to pay.
Dude, senior year of high school, car payment, car insurance. I still had enough money for weed and Hong Kong buffet, so don't worry about me, motherfucker.
I had to pay for my own cell phone. Remember, I had to pay like 10 cents a text message, whatever it was.
Dude, the Nokia
I didn't have
shit.
A cell phone. How about that?
I had to pay for my own too. Don't worry about it.
I didn't get a cell phone until Christmas of my freaking freshman year in college.
10 cents.
I went to Radio Shack right by McKay's and bought my first cell phone.
Wow.
So Wes, what's the greatest accomplishment in your life so far?
That's a strange question.
Yeah, I think he's doing it right now. He made this podcast.
Honestly, like I laugh all the time because I don't know how I got to where I'm at in my life. Like really, like Lauren coming into my life and really like having Natalie like was like, all right, you have 2 choices. Either you go to be a dirtbag dad like some of our friends are.
Oh yeah.
Or you go and be responsible.
Shape up or ship out.
Dude, my first job, when I found out Lauren was pregnant, I was working at a bank making like $12 an hour. I quit my job, drove to Waldorf and sold cars for like a year, making like 50, 60 grand a year. I just kept working my way up, man. Like at 23 years old, I was making like $70,000, $80,000 a year while my friends were selling cell phones. Verizon back in the day.
Killer.
Killing it.
Yeah. Verizon was nasty.
I do remember you working at the Verizon by the Starbucks down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I worked at that one. I worked to the one in Waldorf, and sales is just kind of taking over. I went from cell phones, and I got a job in the mortgage business afterwards, and someone was like, hey, you can talk to people, come do mortgages. And I was like, all right.
Are you going to be super rich soon, or what? Are you taking over the Southern Maryland mortgage community, or what?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Should I change careers and come with you guys? I'll do whatever, man.
I mean, if you want to have a conversation outside of this, we can. But
How much money are we talking?
Or you can call Joe Lockman, a real mortgage lender.
Hey, so we used Wes when we bought our house, and
So did I.
In
You did,
the
Brent.
actual contract, we did have the 3 barn cats, and I don't know if you remember, Wes, but I came to the signing with a cat shirt on. It was
I don't remember the shirt you were wearing, but I remember it was at Scott Law right there in La Plata.
Yep. And I showed
Yeah.
up with that little cat, and they both looked at me. I don't think they wanted to sell that house, Wes, at all.
Yeah.
They
Well-
seemed sad about it, but whatever.
Yeah.
The cats
I-
are
They were probably going through a divorce they didn't want to go through too either.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
But,
wait for Brent at the signing table. He's not gonna like it either.
Bullshit! I'll be
Yeah.
doing a moonwalk out of that bitch.
Are you showing up? Are you showing up together? Or are you doing a signing separately?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I haven't lived in my house for, I think it's like 5 months now. What do I give a shit about that house right now?
You care about selling it?
Yeah, I
He's
want
talking
that
about
check.
signing. You got to show up and sign something.
That's fine.
Hold on. We got a visitor again.
Okay, sorry.
Who's this
We're
one?
playing with kinetic sand.
Oh my gosh! At least they're using a
About
plate.
kinetic sand? Go ahead.
At least they're using a plate.
No? Okay. Dude, if you make a mess in our house, you get yelled at. We're about to sell this thing.
Oh my God.
Gotta get them early.
You want to make
Wes is the strictest dad ever.
Dude,
Gotta be.
Listen, you
They'll appreciate it.
As a high schooler, I was an idiot. I'm making sure that my daughters are not like me, right?
They're idiot. Everyone's an
Hey,
idiot.
hold on. I was an
all
idiot
kids
too.
are idiot.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? I'm a great person.
Sheesh!
Brent,
All right, take it back out there.
you had a lot of mistakes that you probably could have avoided.
Like cussing in front of that little girl just now.
Something like that.
I've got your Bluetooth in. You can't. She
You
can hear
guys
you.
don't think Wes has his headphones in. This is my show, motherfucker. Don't worry about it.
My show. Hey,
He spends about an hour and a half a week on it.
my
Oh, eat
audio's
my
going to
ass.
change here because I got to plug my phone in, but keep going.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
We were talking
you were asking
about
how much money I made.
Jacob
and all of a sudden you
Strick.
just switched
Hold
gears.
on, but no. Jacob said something that irritated me. High schools are supposed to make mistakes. It's
I know.
fine.
Not
It's
life-altering
okay.
mistakes.
It's not fun.
It's okay.
Sometimes
So
they make
here's
really
how-
bad ones.
Here's my biggest
It
issue with
becomes
mistakes is
okay.
that no, so it becomes okay, but so back to the I don't want to take it back to premarital sex, whatever. But to me, like if you think so, you go to church. I mean, I guess do your own sermons every once in a while. But it's crazy to me how the church itself will be like, we'll forgive you of this sin, we'll forgive you of that sin, but don't have sex. Like, dude, you're going to make the same mistake and you have to be okay, like not okay with it, but understand that it may happen and how to address it.
I completely agree. The church does not, the church in general, Christians, we'll just call it Christians,
Yeah.
pick certain sins that are worse than others, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that's an
But that's
obvious
not
one.
fair. But that's not fair.
Of course not.
That's
Being
insane.
pregnant and having a kid is a very obvious one. Going home and smoking and drinking after church that no one sees, no one counts that. But it's the same
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, church is rough, man. The sooner you figure it out, the better, really.
But my point is, you have to expect mistakes are going to be made, right? You're not okay with it. You don't condone it, but you have to, from a parent standpoint, be like, you know what? I have to expect it. I will tell you right now, Natalie has made mistakes. Like, she's not doing anything crazy, but she was doing things that I was like, for instance, she got caught with a vape. She was vaping, and I about lost my mind.
Did you sting her?
My mind. Yes.
Well, see, you know what's funny, Wes? We all make mistakes now daily, still,
Yes.
as adults. So that doesn't change. We all, you're gonna make. We're talking about things that can really change your future
Yes.
path.
On the
You can
scale
either
of
have it-
mistakes, on the scale of
have an easy
mistakes, a
life.
vape would be at the bottom.
But it's a sign, though. It's not about the.
I agree
vape.
with you.
It's a sign of like some rebellion, some whatever.
Nah,
you gotta
hey.
nip it in the butt.
I disagree. Shit in their pants would be at the bottom probably, or piss in their pants or something.
I'm gonna be the
Vaping's
worst
probably
dad
like
ever.
near the
It
top.
doesn't matter. Vaping could have been anything, right, Wes? It could have been anything. It could have been stealing something from Wawa. It could have been anything. It's something that you say not to do, and you found them doing it.
For sure. Like I even told Natalie when it happened. Like I remember when I was like in 7th grade, I tried a cigarette. I just, I think I tried it and I didn't like it. Jake Miller left, So
Yeah, he
Bye,
had a
Jay.
burp or something weird. I saw him gagging. I saw him gagging, and then he just left.
Well, it wasn't about premarital sex.
but it's just, I told her, I was like, listen, I try these things, but you gotta,
Yeah. What I was gonna say earlier
I can't take it serious with Brent's big face laughing at me.
You guys switch spots here.
I'm back, but I had to put in my charger, so I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Actually sounds fine, Jacob.
All right.
Your hat is irritating the fuck out of me, but it's okay.
My hat.
Now,
This is how Jake looks.
I don't know how I look. I can only see what I can see.
You look like a dreamboat. Just relax, kid.
Yeah,
What do you see right now?
a sexy bitch.
A strict one.
I see dimples.
A strict dreamboat.
I want to give us stickers.
A strict, sexy, chiseled chin bitch.
LTD, huh? Send it over.
Dude, they're right on Mount Wolf Road behind McKay's. They made the graphics for my dirt bike. They make great graphics. They're awesome. They can make us some stickers. I just gotta tell them.
Wait, what we were gonna ask him? Oh, so Wes lately has been going live with the girls on Facebook Live, and it's been pretty funny, man, because they're like Aubrey especially is out of
Dude,
control.
Aubrey, she won't stop. She keeps coming back in.
I know.
Okay, go brush your teeth.
Just getting a glimpse of Jake. That's all. She keeps
Aubrey, go brush your teeth and don't vape.
And don't get pregnant.
Oh no!
That wasn't me. I didn't say that.
You can't hear me. It's Bluetooth.
Listen, Jake's got a 1-year-old. He's got it coming. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, he's got it coming.
Yeah, I'm setting myself up for disaster, I know, but I'm going to give it my damnedest. I'm going to try, and if she does what she does, of course, that's what she does. But
Yeah.
she's going to hear it from me, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
This motherfucker said don't get pregnant brushing your teeth.
Not while brushing your teeth.
Not wild brushing your teeth, he said. Oh my god.
But yeah,
Brent changed his hat.
He
yeah,
changed his
Bush,
hat, you
baby.
weirdo.
It's called
Hey.
wardrobe change. Lady Gaga does it. I'm gonna do
All
it too, bitch.
All right, so in Mike Miller fashion, I want to go around the room here, the Skype room. Do you have a hunch on how you will die?
Oh, I already know how I'm gonna die.
Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be a massive heart attack before I turn 60. It's already in the books.
all right.
All right. Moving on, Jake.
I need to talk about Brent for a second because, as we know, and
could stop
I
it.
say it again every single podcast, heart disease is preventable. You do not have to have a heart attack before you turn 60.
Motherfucker, it is carved in stone. It is genetic. Are you high?
Nope.
Your diet.
Are you high?
Your diet.
Are you fucking kidding me? Every male with,
Oh my
with
god.
every male with a speck of Latham in their last name has had a heart attack and died before 60.
Your diet
Brent,
is genetic.
how many
Your
males have you
lifestyle
given a
is
speck of
genetic.
Latham in?
Smoking, drinking, eating lots of meat. But you don't have to die because of that. It is not a genetic disease.
You're high. You're stupid.
I am
Shut
not
up.
high. You can take that to the bank. You can extend your life. You will not die of a heart attack before you're 60 if you do a couple simple things. I can tell you about it later.
Is that like push-ups and air squats?
You don't have to do those. They help, but it's your diet. Your diet.
So this big giant West Wilkes mortgage Yeti full of rum and RC Cola is probably not good right now.
Probably not. You're going to die of a heart attack before you turn 60.
That's all right. I've never done cocaine either, so that'll help.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that.
So, Wes,
Jake, how you dying?
do you have an answer to this question, Wes, already? Because I need to think about it a little bit.
Dude, I honestly think it's gonna be some kind of cancer, man. I feel like cancer is the one thing that like you just don't know. Like you just go to the hospital one day, you got a pain in your back, and all of a sudden you got a tumor on your spine. So I mean, that's how things can happen. Yeah.
Jake, did you say what yours is?
I did not. I passed it on to Wes. I'm hoping that I'm about 106.
Yeah, of course.
And I have great grandkids.
Of course.
And I am literally happy to die. I look around the room and I go, when I go to bed tonight, I feel like this is probably my last
Won't happen.
night. And,
It's not about how you want to die. It's how do you think? Do you have a hunch on how you're gonna die?
Jacob's gonna trip over his 401k one day and snap his neck.
Not now. You glide right over that thing.
No.
You glide right over it.
Oh yeah.
even know it was there.
I don't have to step over it. I can skate over that thing. It's a bump now.
Yeah.
So besides like dying off in your sleep, I could see myself.
Love you. Good night. See you in the morning.
Good night, Aubrey.
Aubrey, Brent, say good night.
Man, drowning maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Drowning?
That'd be
What?
awful. You think you're gonna break a bone in the water, wakeboarding or something? That'd be pretty young.
I'll tell you how it works out because I've already worked.
What is going on behind Wes right now?
Aubrey, you need to go to bed.
He's using his daughter's room. It's too late for this.
No, this is my room.
Your room's pink.
Motherfucker, your master bedroom has pink walls?
Dude, I'm married to a woman who controls everything.
That is.
God,
Okay, hold on 1 second.
I was married to a woman that controlled everything, including my future, and our walls weren't pink.
Okay, Wes. That's rude of her to do that.
I believe Wes now when he said that he was the one that was taken advantage of when they were 18. Me too, bro.
Wes, that's rude, dude. That is rude. I'm sorry. That's rude as shit.
I mean, you guys should know, except for Brent, no offense, but when you've been together for this long, you just kind of give in. Like, whatever, you want to paint the walls pink? Go for it. I don't care.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, I don't know, man. We were together for 8 years. I didn't have pink walls in my house.
Nah.
I don't
Dude, you can
care.
paint my whole house pink. I don't care. It's not because I'm giving in. It's because I literally don't care.
You care.
I legitimately don't care what color the walls are. I don't at all.
I'm with you on that one.
That irritates the shit out of me for some reason.
You know what
I
I
like
care about?
that
How
stuff.
good our TV is. If we have a nice TV and it has a clear picture, I'm good with that. That's what I care about.
Hey, when's Carolina playing? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I'm going down by heart. Something heart related.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, you're pretty like
Mike,
healthy
we can
small
fix
guy.
that again.
No, I don't know, Jake. Well,
Yes, I do know.
dude, I've been feeling it like for a long time. I feel my heart.
Stop
Like,
eating meat.
I can feel the outline of my heart a lot.
Stop eating meat, and it will heal.
Meat? Just meat?
Yeah, meat. Yeah, meat. Just meat and sugar.
I had a heart
I like
palpitation today taking my dog for a walk.
Stop eating meat. Stop eating any added sugar, processed sugar. Whatever. I don't know how I look on this camera.
Actually, when I
Look like an asshole.
Stop doing that. You can just like this hat. Stop doing that, and you'll be just fine.
when I did start hitting Planet Not Fitness, I did feel
fat
better.
ass.
I did feel a little bit better. Hey, so do you guys think, like meditation? Do you think that that's just kind of like dozing off together in our room together? I think it is. I think it's like lucid dreaming together.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's called a power nap.
Together. They don't.
Some people do.
No, only when they're taking drugs, like mescaline.
No, there's like meditation
ayahuasca?
classes.
Ayahuasca.
There's like meditation classes. And I'm like,
Meditation is the art of doing nothing.
right.
So when I fell asleep on that telecon the other day, I was just meditating.
Well, no, you were asleep.
All right,
I
have
think
you guys ever
meditation's
tried to
kind of.
meditate?
Sorry, I think meditation's kind of
I
like
haven't.
lucid dreaming.
Okay,
Like it's like
takes
on the
a
border of
long
falling asleep.
time to do nothing. Doing nothing sounds easy. It is not. Clearing your head of all your thoughts will take you almost a year of meditating every day to get through them before you can actually do nothing.
It'd take me probably a decade, man. My
Same.
brain is fucked.
Same.
I agree. It takes a long time to actually work through all of your thoughts before you can actually sit there and really meditate where you're actually doing nothing.
Have you ever had
Yeah,
that
other
moment?
than that, you look like an asshole.
Do you think you've ever had that moment?
Hell no.
You don't think you've had a moment where you were sitting there and like nothing was going on in your brain or in your body, and you just had that moment of relaxation,
Nirvana. It's
true
called Nirvana.
relaxation?
And no, not even.
Dude, I've legitimately tried to like close my eyes and count to 10, and then I start seeing the numbers in my head. 1, 2, and just like throws everything
Yeah,
off.
it's hard. I don't know if I have either. I think I have at nighttime before bed, which is I think it's like lucid dreaming. I think I've done that to where it's like unreal feeling. It's like this unreal, I can do whatever I want feeling, because you're almost asleep, but you're still kind of awake. Have you ever tried lucid dreaming?
No, but I've had this thing going for like the last 6 months, maybe a year, where I will have like a 30-second dream and then wake up immediately and then have to fall back asleep. And there'll be like 5 of them a night.
Someone's
And
headphones
that's
out?
every night.
What is lucid dreaming?
I don't know. Red ball where you can control your own dreams. I don't know.
Did someone take their headphones out, Jake?
I did.
I can hear extra stuff here. Like I can hear when people are talking. Or maybe
I had to charge my phone. I can put it back in for a couple minutes.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Dude, you should look
Everything
up.
sounds fair on my end.
You guys
Yeah,
should
I'm
look
good.
up lucid dreaming for sure. It's pretty wild and it's real for sure.
So a lucid dream is a dream when you're aware you're dreaming. Like
It's
you're
kind of-
dreaming and you
it-
know
yeah.
I'm dreaming right now.
Yes, it's kind of like let's say like deep sleep. Oh, we lost Brent. Deep sleep is like you're underwater in the deep end. I would say lucid dreaming's like you're on the beach, like near the top, like to where your body's still sticking out a little bit, like your nose and your toes. That would be like lucid dreaming to me. Like you're still above a little bit. It's.
Well, so how do you do it? Can you control it? Can you start it? Can you
well,
end
you
it?
can try. You gotta look up. You gotta Google it. But there's certain breathing methods and relaxation and starting from your head, going down to your toes, and just flattening out. And I don't know.
You
I can't
do this,
remember-
Mike?
I
In your
have.
bed, or when
I
do you
have.
do it?
In bed. I have. And literally, you can be sitting there, and or laying there, excuse me, and you do start dreaming, and you can control pretty much the dream and what happens in it. It's pretty weird.
Really?
Yes.
It sounds like a good
100
practice. I would like to do it because I like to control my thoughts and control my breathing and my whole body and try to really do that. It is very difficult.
It is.
So I would like to read up on that and try it.
We should
meditate-
let's talk about it next podcast. See if we can try
Okay.
sometime this week.
So I've been trying to meditate recently. I really have.
Yeah.
And sitting somewhere, just try to sit somewhere for 10 minutes with your eyes closed and do not open them.
Strictest hippie.
What?
You said you're a strict hippie.
Yeah, you're the strictest hippie. It's so weird.
Because people are so scared to be alone with their thoughts. That's why we have our phones. That's why we have sports. That's why we have whatever. Because we
I'm
know.
worried about you meditating, bro.
All right, Brent's crapping out.
Yeah, Brent, your internet is going south.
That's that Lexington Park internet down there.
Hold on,
Yeah, it is.
I'm on my fuck everybody. Is that better?
He's stealing internet from Cheeseburger in Paradise.
It's gonna be a green turtle soon. I'm pretty pumped on that.
What were you saying, Jake?
So, meditating, 10 minutes, close your eyes, and try not to think. You can't do it. You'll get through maybe one
impossible.
thought.
It's
You'll get through
impossible.
maybe one. You might get through your day. But the art of meditation is doing nothing. It takes a long time to get to. It will take you years to work through. It's what people call getting to nirvana, which we just talked about, where you can actually sit there and think about nothing. That's not nirvana, by the way, but it's a step. And where you are able to empty your mind and actually sit and do nothing. Right now, if you try it, people at home, when you're listening to this, when you're done, try to close your eyes for 10 minutes and don't do anything. Don't open them. Just sit there and see what comes to your head.
I would fall asleep.
Well,
You won't fall asleep. You will not fall asleep.
Bullshit.
now
I guarantee.
Before-
Not at 11 o'clock at night, but
Dude, I'll fall asleep at 7:30 in the morning. I love
do
sleeping.
it. No, you won't. You'll do it. You're doing it. It's different. When you lay there and try to go to sleep, that's different. When you lay there and try to clear your mind, that's meditation, and it takes a long time to get to the point where you can actually clear your head and actually
Well,
start working.
that's
through
when
your
I turn
process.
on the old naughty ASMR on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Yeah, so you're
my
way far
God.
from actually meditating.
oh my
What
gosh.
I think would be weird, you guys watch the Joe Rogan podcast, don't you?
Sure.
So he talks about the isolation chamber.
Yes.
Where you're in salt water, completely
Dude.
dark, and you're just feels like you're floating in
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, like one of those eggs.
Yes.
I think it looks
I don't
amazing.
know how to handle that.
You can't handle it right now. You have to work up to that.
I think
I
so
would have
too.
a full-on panic attack.
Yeah, it takes time. You have to really get your mind right to get in that thing. If I had to guess, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it right now.
Like, especially it's dark, completely black, and then it's salt water, right? So it holds you up just the right amount of salt, and it holds your body up. And it feels like nothing. It feels like you're just floating in nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made me interested. He's made me interested. Well, I had a few other friends that did, but him especially explaining it, DMT. Now that sounds
Dude, that sounds
like something I would do a little later on in life, for sure.
Mike, I'll do it with you one day.
I'm too scared of my own brain to do that, bro. Like, I hear about people doing DMT or like microdosing or like ayahuasca. I'd end up going. I don't want to deal with that shit.
So
they say it completely changes everything, but I don't know. The spirit molecule.
I'm completely scared to really. So I have a brother who's 27, 26, and he now has schizophrenia from doing drugs when he was like in his early 20s.
Oh,
like, well, at least that's what they think. You know, he was doing all kinds of drugs. Who really knows why? Yeah. But it's like one of the reasons, like, people think that what causes schizophrenia is when you do these hallucinogens. Like, I would be scared to death to come out schizophrenic.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to go through life. Schizophrenic. I don't even want to know.
My brother, like, legitimately, there are times where, so he lives in North Carolina, but he'll come visit, and he'll just look at me and say, "Let God go into you." And I'm like, dude, God is not going into me right now. Relax, kid. Like, I don't go with it. Like, I'm just like, no, that's not real. So,
well, but one of the scarier things to me in life is my brain doing its own thing, as in I can't control it anymore. Like, it's when someone loses their mind. That is the scariest thing to me, because who knows how I'll dementia. Act and not know how I'll act. Well, dementia, or Alzheimer's, to where, like, it's not even a burden to you, it's a burden to everyone around you because they lost you and you're still there. Like, that's terrifying. You're just kind of like, whatever, like, you're living every day, it's whatever. Them, it's like they're watching somebody and then they're starting to, I feel like you would start to lose that love a little bit because of how much you're dealing with this person you don't know after a while. Now, to me, that's just terrifying to me. Losing your mind. That's the scariest thing to me. Dying by a heart, like your heart failing and whatnot, that's quick, dude. Dying by a car wreck, or, I mean, I don't know if I'm hitting like a touchy subject to anybody. Sorry out there. No. But like, that to me is quick, and it would suck to happen now because not a lot of people would show up to your funeral, like I've been saying with this whole thing. But it's quick and abrupt, and like, it's not as bad as losing your mind. I think losing your mind.
Oh no, I fully agree with you on there. When my grandmother was slowly, I guess, getting old or passing away or whatever, she was in her 80s, and when my dad died, her mind just fucking went, just gone, and because you don't think about burying your son when you're in your 80s and he's in his 50s or whatever,
right?
But I remember having like conversations with my grandmother, talking to her about her.
Oh no! Brent's losing his mind.
Come back, Brent.
Brent's losing his mind.
And then how excited they were. Just act like this is like
he's acting like he's so normal.
That was the scariest thing.
Just knocked your head.
So weird.
Wake up, buddy.
Like, oh man, I feel bad. What a story.
Oh my God, Brent.
What?
Oh my God. He thinks he's just killing it. Hey,
Brent, that started like a great story, and then you buffered the whole time.
Oh fuck!
Are you on Wi-Fi right now?
All right.
Huh?
Are you on Wi-Fi right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, here, Grandma had it, and then something happened, and then we.
Oh, okay. So all right. So Mike might be able to edit this. So my dad died at 52. My grandmother was in her late 70s when my dad died, and she kind of lost her mind when my dad died because she couldn't handle it. And her later years, I would go see her and spend time with her, and she would tell me about her and my grandfather starting a family, how excited my grandparents were to start a family. Oh, me and Charles are gonna thinking about having children, and I'm sitting in front of her, 2 generations removed. It's kind of scary. It's weird, and you just smile and nod and go, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea, Mama. You should probably start a family."
Wow. Look around. Who do you think you're talking to? It's me. Yeah. Well, dementia and things like that are considered plaque, like on your teeth, on your brain.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, it's another dietary thing. You can delay that or even stop it in its tracks if it's starting, just by what you eat. But she was a healthy woman. I think it was. What's the word I'm looking for? That's a very subjective term, but yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think it was trauma induced.
Okay. Can I ask a question related to this then?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on euthanasia then? I mean, we all know we want to live this, like Jake said earlier, he wants to live to 106 years old.
I don't.
But if you hit 90, and you're gone mentally, would you be okay with somebody just pulling the plug?
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. No way.
Absolutely.
Wait, someone pulling the plug on you?
Yeah, pull the plug on you. Jake, you say,
if there's a plug that if I'm on life support, that's different than you just kill me because I'm old and I'm kind of goofy.
True.
No, we're not talking about kind of goofy, right? We all know kind of goofy old people. We're talking about your brain is not there anymore. Like, you don't know what's going on. Your dementia's
if your brain's really gone, then you really can't live. Like, you can't use the bathroom, you can't eat, you can't do anything. If you're still eating and going to the bathroom and stuff, just because you're weird and you don't know who your grandkids are, I don't think that's reason to kill you.
No.
Well, no, I'm not saying kill you, but you're giving them consent. Like, hey, when I get to this point, just go ahead and end it.
No way, man. No way.
Yeah, if I'm a vegetable on the bed like Terry Schiavo,
that's different.
Yeah, it's different.
You're just talking about Wes is 90, and we just kind of tired of his grandpa ass walking around saying weird stuff.
Nah, man. It's kind of entertaining. It's kind of entertaining though, because you have like a different conversation every time you see them. It's never boring. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but if you talk to them, they're still people. They're still whatever it's still reality to them.
All right, well, Jake,
as long as they're not shitting or pissing themselves, they're fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What if you literally have to wear a diaper and I have to feed you? Is that the life you want to live?
Nah, take me out behind the woodshed.
I don't know if I want to live that way.
I'm telling you right now, Wes, if we're 90 and you know me and you're healthy and I'm not, kill me.
Can I go by some wrestler move, like, tombstone,
break his neck?
Like that?
Yeah. The Boston Crab.
Put me in the walls of Jericho and end my life.
Stun his ass to death.
Give me 16 Stone Cold Stunners.
People's elbow right to the
forehead. Wes Wilkes 316.
Oh my God.
Look, killing people. No, sorry, I'm against that. I don't care what you say. Euthanasia, wrong.
It's not, but look, you're not killing people.
Wow.
You're essentially pulling the plug on yourself.
Blanket statement.
This is blowing my mind.
Now, for myself, can I give the authority to kill me if I'm unable to?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I might be the happiest in my life at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you won't be able to know it.
But you're shit stain on society.
I'm happy. I don't know any of you people anymore. My life is finally good. I'm finally where I want to be. I'm 92.
Put a bullet in my head.
Maybe a shot and just, I don't know about a bullet.
Yeah, because now you're putting a lot on the guy that's got to pull that trigger.
True.
No, he'll be fine. It's okay.
All right. Well, let's get to the last question of the night.
All right.
The last question of the night is, what does friendship mean to you?
Ooh.
I love these questions. Friendship. Someone you can rely on. Very loyal. Make sure, you like to hang out with. You obviously have some similarities because you hang out and do those things that you're, have in common. I'm just kind of talking to you guys.
No, here's the
head out
all
of your ass.
right. I'm going to interject. Here's the only thing that friendship means. If someone will help you move, they are your friend.
Nah.
That's it.
What if they give money to help you get Mexicans to move for you?
That is it. If they want to move your shit,
can I bitch
from
while I'm
one
doing it?
physical address to the other.
Can I bitch while I'm doing it? That's the thing. Whenever someone asks me to help them move, I'm gonna bitch the whole time, but I'll do it, and I'll do it real good.
Here's my definition of a friend.
I'm a good mover.
A friend is someone who will not ask you to move because they will hire someone else to move them.
Yes, moving is the worst.
Some of us don't have Chet Gagnon money.
None of us have Chet Gagnon money.
You're on your way, fucker.
He just spit when he said that.
I saw a real.
I felt it, dude, in my bones. I was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm so angry.
Hey, you're healed now because that looked like the little coronavirus bubble that we all seen. It flew out.
It's going, baby.
It's going.
No,
Good job.
Friendship to me means Wes, go ahead. I'm still thinking. I wrote it down. I just thought it was a quick.
It's kind of a strange question to answer. Four grown men hanging out through Skype.
Whatever.
But I would say honestly, I mean, you have to be dependable, have to be reliable. Honesty. I need a friend who's going to tell me the truth if I don't like it. If you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Jake's like, "Hey, Wes, I need you to knock this off, big guy."
Jake would be good at that for sure,
dude. Well, can I tell a Jake story real quick?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You were there, Miller. You were there.
Was I?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Jake got out of control one night at my house.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Lauren, I'm not going to go into details, but
prayer.
They were battling.
About prayer, about the Bible. Let's not get into it. Hey, Wes, we'll have you on again because we're doing Skype. We'll definitely have the conversation about prayer, but you don't get into that part. Just keep going, though.
It was just crazy. I remember sitting there, and when you left, Jake, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Just so you know, to me, that was not out of control. That was just a normal night of talking.
It really wasn't.
I guess.
Get off your phone,
bad. I guess for me.
All that.
I love your family. I love Lauren. So don't. Tell them sorry.
No. We all like you people. You're good.
Yeah. What do you mean, you people?
We're on the same team, kind of.
All right, so
fighting the devil.
My friendship.
So Miller, what's your definition?
Yeah, it would be someone that gets you. They know when to be. They know how to be themselves and when to be themselves. They know that they're good around you. You're good around them, and they know the right things to say, when to say them, constructively or not. Like they know how to make you laugh. Yeah, it's just you have a good time together. Like Jake was saying, like you kind of just vibe off each other, and it's never forced. How about that? Friendship is never forced.
That's Mike. That was exactly what I was about to say. The definition of a friend is if I can come over your house and you don't have anything planned and we still have a good time. I can sit on your couch and that's it.
Wow.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That shit just came out of nowhere. Yeah, friendship is not forced. So
I like it.
When someone friend requests you on Facebook and you're like, and you accept it, that's forced. And it's like, you don't have, just because you saw me once at a bar, like we don't have to be friends. I promise. On there.
I don't know why everyone. I don't get the friend. I have a lot of friends on Facebook too, and I don't know why. That's another story too.
We'll get into that another time. But yeah, it's just like you don't have to add everyone you meet on there.
Delete.
Dude, Jake is the Wizard of Oz of Facebook. He doesn't comment on anything, but he likes things every once in a while.
Yeah, but hey,
I commented on his chicken wing thing yesterday, and
when he does pop up like that, it's like, whoa, there's Jake. There he goes.
Yes. When you get a Jake you're like, I made it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
All right. Well, I guess
if you like everything, then no one cares about your likes, right?
That's true.
Well, Miller, I know you want to wrap up here soon, but I want to tell you guys done a fantastic job so far.
Thank you, sir.
I know as soon as episode 1 came out, I was texting you guys. Brent, I was giving you a little bit of a hard time.
He was.
Outlandish.
He was.
the bat wing got me. When you brought the bat wing, I was like, oh.
Hey, but you know what? That sticks around for a reason because it's funny, man. That was like.
The thing is, I'm everybody's voice in Southern Maryland that they don't want to acknowledge, but they think in the back of their brain.
Sure. Well, I've heard people talk like that about 1,000 times, and then everyone wants to give him shit. Nah, fuck you. Not you, but other people.
For sure.
Wes, it's good that you teased a little bit because you obviously you're going to come back on, but the next time you come on, you're going to tell us a story about how you and Brent didn't talk for 2 years.
Yeah, we're getting into that.
So
for sure.
Tell that now. That'll be for the next time.
I won't. No, I won't. But all around, you guys doing a fantastic job. Keep it up.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I enjoy every Monday. I look forward to it. I was a little disappointed when there's no more of the beginning snippets of big dogs getting burnt down.
Oh, I know. Hey, listen. I have plans.
That place is not a joke. Okay?
I have plans to where those dudes are going to be pretty mad at us for kicking them out, but we'll get back to that.
We need to go, little Brent Lathan Jr. and
he's going to be a teenager. Yep.
Yeah.
So from all of us shit.
Miller?
Sorry, go ahead. Skype delay. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, Brent, I was a little disappointed I didn't see your little baby here. And I was looking forward to meeting the little guy.
That's the thing. I can add him anytime you want.
Hold on. Here's one of them. Look at him. There he is. He's a boy.
The other one's out ignoring Corona advisories and whatnot.
But yeah,
he knows they took down the hoops, right?
Needs, let me know.
Okay.
Purchase, refinance, whatever it is.
Yep.
Anybody, give me a call. Except for Jake. Jake won't do it because he doesn't.
No, I might. What are the rates right now? 2.8? Is that for real?
I don't know. It's not for real. I don't want to get into rates too much because the coronavirus has completely taken over.
Yeah.
If I can lock in 2.8, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Well, you can't, so I guess I won't see you tomorrow.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be it for us. And Wes Wilkes Mortgage, you saw the website when he first came on. He's been a great guest and a great friend as well, and we will have him on eventually again. And from me, Miller, and
Jake,
and me, Brent,
and
awesome.
our guest, Wes. That's
Thanks,
it
guys.
for this show. So whatever you're doing, driving to work or working, actually you're not driving to work, I know that. Working at home, unless essential.
And hold on. If you've got a teen son or teen daughter with children on the way, lighten up. Give them a break.
It'll be okay.
Give them a break.
Hey, tighten up. Don't lighten up.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay either way. How about that?
Wes is living proof.
It's not the end of the world, but you messed up a little bit.
You gotta tighten up a little. You gotta tighten up just a little. Just a little.
Ouch.
You gotta tighten up a little bit, all right? It's getting out of control over there, and we gotta pay for that kid. So
I'm sitting there trying to give Wes Wilkes like super props, and Jake's just like, you're done fucked up.
no, his parents did, not him.
I'm talking about Wes's parents. I'm talking about Wes.
So that's it from us. We'll see you all next time. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, boys.
Good night, everybody.
Hold on, did we get the music?